Kind of just waiting for it to kick over onto a live format, rather. Slide this over. I think it's still in the introduction phase on the stream I'm watching on. So while that's all loading up. Do. Oh, turned off for whatever reason. All right. Sound settings. Go to Bluetooth. I think it's this one. Yep. Alrighty. All right, there we go. Now I'm just kind of waiting for the actual stuff to turn on, like the actual broadcast to come along. And then we'll have like the actual audio of the event and all that fun stuff. But as of right now, you know, you're not really missing anything, so. Hopefully everyone's having a good day. Kind of just rewinding a bunch of the seasonal memories. They're on the playoff memories and so on. And hey, by the way, off to a good start with about 4 likes. If you haven't dropped one, consider doing so. It'll get a few more people in here. It'll be a little bit more fun while we hang out and just kind of, you know, celebrate the end of the season, celebrate the players who have done well, who've overachieved over their brethren. Who walks away MVP? You know, there's all kinds of fun awards on the line here. You got, what, Defensive Rookie of the Year? That should be pretty close. Offensive Rookie of the Year should be pretty close. Defensive Player of the Year should be pretty close. The only award that actually feels like super, like, already kind of wrapped up is MVP. And that's mainly just because you can get a feel for how the voters are going to... Typically with MVP, you can kind of just see how they're going to vote with the all-pro quarterback situation. What's up, you can't change your name. All right, Kelly Clarkson's hosting. I don't know if she's about to play music, though. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, haven't missed it in a while.
You're welcome.
They just started, Bruce.
Do you like my gown? Do you like it? It says, do you want me to turn? Fine.
He's wearing a goofy-ass Cowboys dress.
Thank you for helping me design this.
Lamb is the jersey. Oh, what the fuck, really? What's this doing? Is it really already shitty? Oh, of course. It's gonna make me, like, refresh it all. Yeah, that's what I figured.
I thought you were supposed to have enough quarterbacks for like the whole game, but like apparently it's optional. That was insane.
D-Roy, I have sauce, but I'd really like to see Aiden Hutchinson win the award.
SNL skit. It was like, what?
Just to kind of steal it from him.
Joe Burrow was a rapper on TikTok? Nope. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Tell me that's not a TikTok rapper. Say it to me. I won't believe you. It was a choice. It was. Honestly, though, growing up, I
What about you, Bruce?
The Cowboys, because they're America's team. You're just booing because you're jealous. You're not one of us. It's fine. We get it all the time. So I've loved learning more about the NFL as a whole, though. Like, did y'all know that there are more playoffs like after the divisional round? Like, as a Cowboy fan, I thought y'all stopped doing that. I thought you stopped doing it like the 90s. I remember it in the 90s, but I don't know, it was weird. I can only make the joke because I'm a fan.
Yeah. I mean, technically, so was Hutchinson.
Good spoken before.
Any other year, Hutch would win it by a country mile with what he performed, like how he performed. But it's kind of weird with Sauce. It is kind of weird though that like certain situations just don't count against Sauce. Like the touchdown he gave up against the Patriots for some reason didn't count against him, even though it was his guy. It's just like, all right, I guess that's not. He just doesn't have to cover certain people, I guess.
Don't text and drive. I'm a mom. I gotta tell you these things. You can't even rent a car yet. That's amazing. It's crazy. Whatever. Your players will help you out. I won't, because I'm not on your team. The Jaguars made the playoffs, y'all. The Lions had a better record than the Patriots. That was crazy. It was a crazy season. It was unexpected. Thankfully, though, the Browns restored order to the universe by doing a bunch of dumb Brown stuff, so that happened. Yeah. See, I'm prepared. I did my homework. I'm just telling you what's happening. It's not my fault. And look, don't let the dress fool you guys, okay? I know it's fabulous.
This opening sucks.
Fantastic. Yeah.
They should usually save this for like former players, but
CD Lamb. What? I promise tonight though I won't let my lead.
Woolen, yeah, I mean he could steal it, but it's just with Sauce and Hutchinson being like the two guys that are leading it. It's like it's highly unlikely you steal the award from either one of those two. Because I'm pretty sure Hutchinson did something that D lineman, not even just rookie D lineman. I think it's only been done like one other time in league history. So
no one cares. Yeah.
Like the 9.5 sacks and 3 picks.
I have the mic. You don't. Joke's on you. Oh, I'm kidding though. I am actually excited.
Seems significant.
They're in the Super Bowl because I think it's safer. Wait for it. I think it's safer when we know where their fans are at all times. Because you're nuts. Like, I just got here, and I know you're nuts. That's crazy. I know. Just say, see?
Just kind of watching along with this. I don't really say much while the people, you know.
Now, the biggest football story besides...
Post to the Lions, Houston, Hutch, and Anderson. Yeah, that'd be a scary trio.
Yeah. Again. Like, probably.
But I wonder if the Lions would be better off at, like, getting a really good corner. What's up, Nicholas? Like, they could really use a really good corner or like a good safety to pair alongside Kirby or
like Micah Parsons. That's right. Yeah.
Holy shit, she just said some wild shit, I think.
I'm a twirl. Because that's how serious I am. I know you got a podcast. Don't get excited. Okay, we have so many huge awards.
What's up, Nicholas? How you doing, man?
The NFL asked that I keep this monologue short, which is hysterical because I'm like, why did you hire me? I talk so much. They said, whatever, I got the mic. They said, Kelly, stick to the big stories, no subplots, no extra points, just like the Cowboys. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It's so
Got home from work? Hell yeah, just in time for a good night, hopefully.
Last thing, though, I want to say, I am honored to...
Sucks that the stream didn't get any notifications pushed out, though. That's a bit of a bummer. At least I didn't get any.
I don't know how I got this honor, but I am very, very, very honored. And I just want to
yeah, it's a pretty
amazing women shaping the
no, I can't. That's against the rules, Metro.
The officials, the coaches, the executives.
So nope.
Here tonight, actually,
sorry.
We have the Pro Bowl captains, Vanita Crouch and Diana Flores. Y'all give it up.
Yeah, I don't even know why somebody would ask that. It just feels like a kind of a silly question. Can you break copyright law for me? No.
What's
up, Trey?
Yeah. Mrs. Kelsey.
What's up, Daniel? How you doing, man?
I'm sure you're very nervous. I'm a mom. I get it. I'm sure you're nervous.
I can't do that, but if you're curious, my friend.
Two sons' heads.
No, here you go, man. You don't have to do anything like money-wise. Here you go.
I'm just saying, I'm glad
that link should work. You might have to deal with some pop-ups or a lot of pop-ups, but it should be plenty be good. And if you use the link and you're over here on the YouTube side, just please leave a like on your way out to help the stream out. I'd appreciate you. Yeah, you can watch it on any kind. I appreciate you. Metro. Yeah, I never hold links against people. I can't show you anything. But the links that I have usually, it's because it's on NFL Network, not Claw. So the link, I hope it just popped in for you, or it should be sitting in the stream. If not, here you go. Should work. It's on NFL Network. That's why it's not going to be on any normal shit. I'll be quiet for these parts.
Why, thank you. And let me just say, I love how you play everything else. Like the piano, the guitar, even the upright bass.
Thank you. Now check out these game-defining players, the finalists for NFL Offensive Player of the Year.
Oh boy is up.
Conquer the moment. You take advantage of the moment. We in this circle for a reason. That means
Was it Hurts, Hill, Mahomes, Jefferson?
Gone from question mark to exclamation point on this team.
You can't rush this guy like he's a normal.
I'm guessing this one's going 100% to Jefferson, right? Not planning on staying in the stream. Just came by to leave a like and boost and get. I appreciate you, Trey. Appreciate you.
Makes big plays when big plays are required.
Yeah, this is the Jefferson Award. This is the award going to Jefferson because they can't let receivers or non-quarterbacks win MVP anymore.
You're seeing a guy coming right to the peak of his.
Be honest about what this award is. This is the real NFL MVP, in my humble little opinion. But, you know, who the fuck am I to say? I don't know how to determine this award. It feels like more of the actual MVP award. But, you know, it is what it is.
And the 2022 AP Offensive Player of the Year is...
Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, that was really easy. that was the easiest one to predict. All right, I'm probably gonna mute it for a minute just because it's gonna be playing a bunch of weird music and yeah. Like at some point, you know, it's just like, well, I mean, unless you guys really want to hear Jefferson's speech, actually, you know what? That might actually be really entertaining. So, never mind. I'll refute from doing that. I keep forgetting some of these guys are actually really entertaining, so this will
First and foremost, I gotta thank the man upstairs. Without him, none of this would be possible. The amount of blessings that he's been giving me this
and then you'll still hear conservative people say that the NFL shuns people who believe in God.
Y'all made me to the man I am today.
Like that Nick Adams guy. NFL hates God lovers. Yeah, okay, dude. Let's count the number of times God has thanked first tonight. 1.
Times I cried at home. Y'all was the reason that I'm tough because of y'all. I appreciate y'all. More to come. More to come.
JJ in his final game, an emotional moment all the way around.
Do not let this opportunity pass you by. Let's have some fun.
Are we gonna go to break here? What's the move? All right, so Jefferson's the I'm gonna mute it because it looks like they're about to lead off to a break. I guess not yet. They might be doing something else. That one don't work. It's the only one I have, Muhammad. That's the only one I know that I could find. It works for me, and I have like the shittiest like internet. That's the only one I got. I'm sorry, man.
He is one of the best to ever play the game, y'all. And he is here tonight with one of the funniest women alive. I love her. To present an award, he won a record 3 times. Please welcome.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's the yes. I do. I looked for a while today to find this link. Oh, cool. Defensive Player of the Year is up now. It's Depoy now. I'm guessing Parsons gets this.
We are here to present the award for Defensive Player of the Year.
Hold on. They just did a whole tribute film about you. What about my film? Roll my highlights.
I don't think they have a highlight film prepared.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I got a couple of them right here on my phone. We can go through. They can okay. They can not. Oh no, not that one. No, not that one. That's inappropriate.
You know what? You know what? While we figure this out, here are the finalists for Defensive Player of the Year.
Well, that was a nice bit. That was a funny one. Hey, thank you for following. I appreciate it.
It's time to eat. Let's go.
You are asking for trouble.
Can't agree more.
Uh-oh. Good night, nurse.
For Opoy?
Guess who?
I mean, he's going to win MVP. You can't give him both the awards. How do you say that Jefferson doesn't deserve some hardware after what he did this year?
What else can he do at this point?
So it's Parsons, Bosa, Chris Jones. Who's the other guy they're throwing out there? It's really down to Bosa and Parsons, I think, this year on this one. Feels like Parsons is going to win, but I wouldn't be shocked if Bosa gets it.
And the 2022 AP Defensive Player of the Year is...
Nick Bosa.
Oh, wow. Bosa got it. Okay. Oh, a little bit of a shocker there. The memes from this are going to be good. Wonder what he's going to come up there and say. 2 for 2. Hey, good job, Matt. Good job, man. By the way, if anyone needs a link, I don't want to hoard it because I know how it is with some chats. It's hard to see. There's a link to watch it. Just if you can, leave a link on the way out, or leave a like on the way out, or.
Mom, Dad, Joey, I love you more than anybody. You're the reason I wake up every morning.
MVP Hurts.
I love you.
I agreed on Offensive Player of the Year.
To the 49ers.
Brock Purdy defend. Oh, you're saying Brock Purdy gets D-Roy. Or O'Roy. Doss. That's where I'm at too. Geno Smith, we agree on that. Yeah, I got to. Yeah, we agree on everything I think here, except I had Parsons and I have Mahomes at MVP, and at O'Roy,
whatever end goal you have in mind.
I'm gonna go with Wilson, but we'll see.
There's gonna be times where you're questioning yourself, but if you stay the course and you believe in yourself, take it one day at a time. There's going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. Thank you.
Oh, damn it. That was a boring speech by him. I was hoping for some kind of funny business from old Bosa.
The party's just starting here tonight. Actors, comedians, music icons, football's biggest stars are all
Purdy's a toss. Yeah.
Another great NFL season.
And coach, yeah, coach of the year is a toss as well.
Hall of Fame class.
Feels like it anyway.
Most valuable player and recognize the Walter Peyton NFL Man of the Year.
What up, Max?
Plus so much more. This is NFL Honors.
All right, I'm gonna mute it. Commercial break. All right, cool. That was a good start to it. Yeah, so far so good. Yeah, they gave it to old Bosa. Kind of not really like a shock pick or anything, but it's like, wow, Parsons, I thought he was going to get it. I was pretty certain that he was walking away with that award. I guess Jefferson had a historic year, but Mahomes and Hurts had a better year. Fair enough. I don't know. It's just because like they don't let I almost don't know if quarterbacks should be eligible to win Offensive Player of the Year. And I know that sounds crazy and a little bit like anti-quarterback or whatever you might want to say. But like they're the only guys that get like any votes for fucking MVP anymore. Because again, you have to, they have an outsized output on the game, but it's like for how much they have the football as an offensive player, it almost seems unfair to be like, well, he had the best numbers as an offensive player. It's like, yeah, he's a quarterback. His numbers should be, really unreal, like ungodly. So I don't know if I would want a quarterback to ever win Offensive Player of the Year. Like that MVP, as shitty as this sounds, like you have to do some crazy shit as a non-quarterback to win the MVP. And I feel like you'd have to run for so many touchdowns as a quarterback to win Offensive Player of the Year. And oh yeah, that's true. Parsons did kind of have a weak end of the season. They take that into consideration. Which is actually why I think that there's a non-zero chance that Sauce doesn't win Defensive Rookie of the Year and Hutchinson could steal it. Because the way Hutchinson came about late into the season was unreal. Whereas Sauce, it slowed down a lot for him by the end. Oh, notifications are just now getting sent out. Hey, at least YouTube's sending them out at some point, right, Max? Yeah, it is weird. I don't know. My channel sucks lately. I don't know what's going on with it. I think YouTube's in the process of throttling my channel again. Every so often it just decides to screw me. Hey, thanks for subscribing, following over on Twitch. I appreciate you. Very, very kind, very cool. Yeah, I don't know what happens with this YouTube channel. every February this channel just fucking dies. Yeah, I'll be live for I'll be draft, off-season streams, all kinds of shit. Baseball starts up. It's just, I don't know what happens this month of the year. My channel just dies. Every single February. It's like, oh, I guess I got to restart with no audience. Oh, yeah. That's one of my favorite pictures of Shannon Sharp. Oh, shit, hold on. Ron Rivera got the Salute to Service Award. It's not back on yet. It's still a commercial. My favorite part about the GOAT James saga is that Shannon was there courtside watching LeBron break the record. It's just like awesome. What a good story that is. Full circle. LeBron James super fan Shannon Sharp gets to party courtside with the guy. Every bronze sexual, as they call them's dream. All right, back on.
NFL honors. That's what it is. It's a league. Yep. We sure have another. We have a theater full of football fans here in Phoenix, Arizona, y'all, myself included. I love football, but I'll admit, and y'all probably know this, I don't know everything about it. So I called a person who does. Take a look.
Oh my God, man, thank you so much for doing this. I just really want to be as
What is
informed
this?
as possible before I host the NFL honors. So I figured, who knows football better than you?
Listen, Kelly, I'm happy to
Oh,
answer any
Jesus
questions
Christ.
you might have.
I knew it was going to be this fucking guy.
Okay, so what constitutes a catch in the NFL?
Well, must be 2 feet down into a football move and intent with possession. Possession, of course, being 8
Yes, sure. Yes, sir. Seth, you nervous?
Do you?
Actually, I don't. No one does.
So the
Yeah, Max, I don't disagree.
brothers, the St. Browns, like, why are there so many siblings?
They should just let Peyton host this every year.
What happens is that the older brother works really hard. He makes a name for himself, builds a legacy, and then the younger brother just kind of waltzes in. Oh, we're throwing the pigskin around? Well, shoot, I'll take a turn.
Okay, reeks of zero bitterness. Okay, so there are so many great quarterbacks right now. So would you say this is like the golden age of quarterbacks?
I don't know, Kelly.
Eli clears Peyton. The fuck?
Strong. Would you say that this is the golden age of the thing that you used to do?
Yeah, so next question. So Justin Fields, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, they run as well as they pass, it seems. So maybe I should talk about that?
I just wouldn't go there. I mean, a lot of people say mobility is overrated at the quarterback position.
Who says that?
A lot of people do.
Don Riddick really finished in third or in second?
I'm not going to name names, but let me
What's
tell
up,
you,
Mike? Welcome, welcome.
a lot of people.
Okay, so maybe I do some jokes about how quarterbacks like Herbert and Trevor Lawrence have long hair now.
There's nothing really funny about that.
What about
Everyone
Fields?
knows that the best quarterbacks still get their hair
Oh, runners, yeah.
by their dad's best friend Duke every third Wednesday. It's just a fact.
Okay, and just...
It's an odd fact about Peyton we all just learned.
There's actually no small talk.
Joe Namath is going to be there. He won Super Bowl III, but the greatest Super Bowl moment of all time...
Oh, Bears. Got you.
A helmet catch?
Hopefully they get him a receiver. Jesus Christ.
All right, let me ask you a few questions now. Are you set
They
for
did Justin
insurance?
Fields dirtier than they did Mac Jones. I don't know what the fuck that's about. What did he do to that team?
I'm good. I don't need free potato chips.
I never said free.
Oh, I didn't mean to imply. I'm good with chips.
Kelly, I think you're ready.
Man, I think so too.
So the real
Hold on, first, yeah,
reason
one of the two.
is
You got to get him something.
Oh, man,
Jesus
I'm so
Christ,
sorry.
something.
I think my Wi-Fi is about to break.
Wait, you wouldn't know that.
Sorry. I don't think that any of this is actually usable.
Who's toxic?
Cut stuff. I don't know.
Oh, Kelly Clarkson? Yeah. Will Anderson for the Bears? Yeah. I mean, I'd auction off that pick. If I was the Bears, I'd be like, who wants to buy this pick from us? Oh, this will be good. What are they announcing? Oh, here we go. This is one I'm a little contentious on. I think it'll be Garrett Wilson, but I want it to be somebody else. I'd be very happy if the Jets didn't get this award. Yeah, they thought, let's get him N'Keal Harry.
In the league. Right away, these phenoms were ready to take the stage, dominate the competition, and write their own stories.
All those guys remind me when I first got on Saturday Night Live. I used to wear a mouthpiece.
I figured you do, Max.
And a protective cup.
If we're gonna Ohio State supremacy, you wanna spread it?
That's just the way I rolled back then.
I have no idea, Mike. I don't know why they just didn't let Peyton host it. Or Eli. One of those two probably would have been a home run pick. Let's see, who's the finalist again? It's Garrett Wilson. Kenneth Walker. Oh, you know what? It might be Kenneth Walker. I thought about that kind of slow, like really slow. You know what? Actually, I hope it's Kenneth Walker the third. You know, Spartans representing in the NFL, doing their thing. Garrett Wilson's really good. Yeah, God damn it. If only he wasn't a Jet, then it would be such an easier decision for me to want to be like, oh yeah, it's Garrett Wilson. But you know, I can't really be up in the Jets like that. If Purdy's eligible to win this award, why isn't Breece Hall? You know what I mean? It's like, hey, why wasn't he in the voting?
And the 2022 AP Offensive Rookie of the Year is...
Garrett Wilson.
Yep, all right, that was the one I thought of. I said initially it's probably going to be Wilson, but boy, would I like it to be somebody else. Hey, congrats to Garrett Wilson. What a great season. Didn't even have a quarterback and put up some crazy numbers. 2 for 3? No, that's all right. I'm glad they didn't give it to Purdy. I'm going to be honest with you. Very happy they didn't give it to Brock Purdy. That's all that really matters. Yeah, he can hear us. He's watching.
God, you know, without him, none of this is possible.
That's 2 for 3 on people who've immediately thanked God when they walked on the stage. I was told by people like Nick Adams that the NFL shuns away anyone who worships God in the NFL and blackballs them. It's like, what, like the whole league? NFL's like the most religious league on earth. What are you talking about? They don't like religious people, huh?
I'm so thankful. So, you know, let's have a great night. Appreciate y'all.
You ever hear a Hall of Fame speech? The first person they thank is the Lord. Talk about the NFL ain't religious. That's crazy. That's a wild take.
Entrepreneur, Meek Mill, and all-pro Pro Bowl receiver, Stephon Diggs coming up next.
This is probably Defensive Rookie of the Year. Yeah, the Hall of Fame speeches go crazy with how much they talk about God. I don't know why people say that. Tebow got blackballed because of his religion. No, because his dumbass wouldn't shift the tight end. Couldn't throw the football.
This next award I want to present to you guys, you win this award by automatically giving out dreams and nightmares to quarterbacks, receivers, and running
Dan Campbell, I don't think he's eligible this year. Yeah, exactly, Mike. It's crazy.
This year's finalist for Defensive Rookie of the Year.
All right, D-Roy is up. Obviously, it's Sauce, Hutch, and the other guys, Woolen, and the other guy is irrelevant. Yeah, Woolen's been one of the better stories this year for defensive rookies. If only it wasn't for Sauce and Hutch having such crazy years. Like we said, we know Sauce is winning it, but boy, wouldn't it be cool if Hutch gets the upset win of this award. Who's the other guy? Bryant?
Unbelievable. Woolen has now broken the club record for interceptions by a rookie running down the near sideline. They're not going to get him.
That dude can fly every week now.
Or is it just those three that they're... Oh, yeah, okay. I was going to say, there's probably not another guy that they'd include in that award. It's weird that they even have 3. It's going to be Sauce. He probably got the son of a bitch unanimously.
And the Defensive Rookie of the Year award goes to...
Sauce Gardner.
Yeah, I mean, anybody think it was good? Yeah, they got 2. Very surprised they didn't let Hutchinson get it, but it's not that surprising. I mean, they've been hyping up Sauce since like 2 years ago at Cincinnati. So as long as he played good this year, he was winning this award. That was pretty much a lock. I was just hoping. I hope it's not unanimous. I hope Hutch got some votes on it. But we shall see.
Damn, it's a lot of people out there tonight. First and foremost, I got to thank God.
What's up, Daniel?
You know, without him, I wouldn't be here.
3 for 4.
My mom right there, Elisa Gardner. I appreciate you.
On the who shouts out guy. I think Bosa did too. I just didn't hear it as close. I'm sure every single person thanked God first, which is hilarious. This is just all the ammo I need for the rest of my life. Christians get blackballed in the NFL. No, they don't. The fuck? These dudes are more religious than anybody because they've made it to the NFL.
Last but not least, I gotta thank Detroit.
It's, you know,
the east side of Detroit, man.
They're already religious guys. They go to the NFL, so they think God blessed them in a very specific, special way. So that just amplifies their religiousness. It's like very common in pro sports. Don't worry, Rob. The Jets can enjoy their awards underneath the rug. We swept them under. Yeah, exactly, Mike. I mean, the Jets did deserve these awards. That's why I'm not being salty. It just sucks that the Jets got 2. I hate this as a Patriots fan, mainly because we never get nominated for any awards. It's horseshit. Never.
All right, shout out to Detroit. Hey, what's up? I'm Nate Burleson. Now the music has been fired tonight.
Uh-oh.
Speaking of music, I had a chance to sit down with Apple Music Super Bowl halftime show artist, the one and only.
I gotta mute this shit.
Now you can catch that interview tomorrow on NFL Plus. That's at 8 p.m. Eastern.
LeBron James is getting MVP of the NBA.
QR code on your screen right now. Go ahead.
I have to mute this. I think they're playing songs. Sounds like it anyway. By the way, if you haven't left a like, consider doing so. It'll help the stream out tonight. Nah, that's all right. The Jets rookies had a really good year. Jets, they had a good draft class. You can't really shit on them for that. It's just crazy. I don't think I've ever seen a team get 2 defensive rookie of the years. Mainly because I don't think I've ever seen a team get like 2 top 15 picks, one for being so garbage and the other for kind of just smart trading. Like, yeah, all right, that's fine. In the case of them getting, who was it? Sauce and Garrett Wilson. I believe Sauce was just because they kind of stunk the year prior. And then, yeah. Old Braun. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. He's the all-time scoring record or leader. Do you think he'll get assists now? Or do you think, or is he too far away to pass all-time assists? Yeah, the year prior, it wasn't very good. But, you know, you don't usually wind up with 2 Rookie of the Year players without trading away all your good players to get another top 10 pick and being very bad. It's really hard to get 2 Rookie of the Years. So, I mean, kudos to the Jets for getting the right players. They finally hit the right draft picks. So that's one thing Joe Douglas seems to be doing well, right? Getting the right guys, getting the right picks. But the problem is Joe Douglas, you know a little bit of history about him and what he's done as a GM, as like an assistant GM, as like a talent scout. Do you know where his previous job was? One of his previous locations? 2016, 2017, can't remember what year Watson was drafted. He was a member of the Chicago Bears, and he was on Jim Nagy's, Ryan Pace's GM staff. Do I need to say more? Do you know who was insistent that they didn't even need to talk to Deshaun Watson, that he was going to be a bad NFL quarterback, and that the winner of this year's class was going to be Mitch Trubisky? Like, he hardlined on this, by the way, to the point where he convinced everybody in that organization to draft Mitchell Trubisky over Deshaun Watson. They didn't even interview Deshaun Watson, apparently. Nope, not even lying to you. Joe Douglas was involved in that, and then he goes over to the Jets, and if you find out recently, he actually shut down he actually said the following. He fully believes that, he said don't draft Deshaun Watson, draft Mitchell Trubisky, and then he goes to the Jets, and he tried to spend the entire draft convincing everybody that Zach Wilson was a better quarterback than Trevor Lawrence. Not even lying to you. You can look this up. Joe Douglas, Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson. Google that fucking those phrases together, and you'll be like, holy shit. Yeah, Joe Douglas is a very good talent scout and a very good GM, except he doesn't understand the quarterback position at all. He has no idea what that is. No, and it's like, why wouldn't you just take Watson? He's literally, I understand the long-term ramifications, but at the time, he was a good guy. I just seen my boy, yep, Justin Jefferson won it. Yeah, there was no way he wasn't going to win it. If non-quarterbacks could still win MVP, then he might have been a candidate in that. No, he's not bad. He just had a bad, he just didn't finish. I mean, he was starting to come around. Jared Goff, he had a good comeback. I'm surprised he wasn't up for comeback player of the year this year. Bengals won the Selly of the year. That's a pretty good celebration. I'm not going to lie. That was pretty good. Missed the Bulls and Lakers game for this. Better go at least 5-7. There you go. I appreciate you tuning in, man. Here we go.
Before we give out the next award, please give it up for Jason Halbert and the rest of my band, y'all. Come on, give it up.
Fuck. Oh, I thought they were about to play music. I'm back. Sorry, guys. Got to mute it.
I'm super excited. This might be my favorite job ever because it's just nice to be here with all these athletic people just like me. I'm super athletic too, and just hanging out. And there's no pressure to perform or like sing.
Oh yeah, Hester could be in the Hall of Fame. Oh no. Oh.
No, we talked about.
See, I knew that shit was. I stay sharp on a bunch of dumb shit like that. All right, they stopped with the threat.
How are we doing tonight? Well, hey, I just want to do a quick shout out because I have so many teammates here that were nominated for awards, so I just feel like they deserve to.
I don't know what the hell. Why Kelly Clarkson?
So,
Clarkson,
Nick, who's not here, Christian, Brock, Niners Nation. This one's for you guys.
All right.
God damn it. I don't do music. I mute it and I take my headphone out. I don't like music. Not like this. This makes me feel bad. I can tell everybody is visibly uncomfortable. Like it looks, everybody around looks really uneasy right now. Brock Purdy looks like he's going to cry. Christian McCaffrey looks like he's doing everything he can to like not. Yeah, this looks awful. Everybody looks, Bosa looks awkward as shit. He's like, he's got a weird look on his face. Observe the people's, look, dude, Bosa's like, that's the least cringe thing. She's just wearing some Cowboys dress, but like I can't do that song stuff. Bosa's face just, that was, that was awful looking.
2020 Walter Peyton NFL Man of the Year.
Sorry you guys had to listen to that. Or no, wait, we saved ourselves. We muted it. I care about all of you too much to put you through that. Already what? Man of the Year?
Last month, the great Walter Peyton retired from professional football. Of all the incredible records he set during his 13-year career,
Why'd they change this from the end of the year?
To his character. Walter played in 170 consecutive games, which is still the benchmark for running backs to this day. No matter the game or the conditions, whenever his teammates looked in the backfield, Walter
Interesting.
was there for them.
His unique determination and support extended far beyond the field as well. It didn't matter if you called him Walter or Sweetness or Dad. Our father never hesitated to be there for others.
He set another benchmark
one where
Hey, we're up to
NFL
16 likes. I
players are
appreciate
out
that,
there
guys.
tackling major issues in the community. It is why the league's highest honor is called the Walter Peyton NFL Man of the Year.
Well, it's actually NFL
At the end
MVP.
of every season, each team puts forward a candidate for this prestigious award. And while you'll probably never see an offensive lineman like me win the MVP, Man of the Year recipients come from just about every position on the field. And it's for any
They weren't allowed to have Russell Wilson up there because they just found out his charity was a scam.
Here now is a look at the 32 nominees for this year's Walter Peyton NFL Man of the Year Award.
It's hard to get anywhere in
Probably
the world
Goodell.
today without a team, a circle of support, a community. For players across the league, helping their neighborhood is a year-round labor of love.
Yeah, I gotta mute it. Yeah, that's what I figured on this one. Yeah, I figured this. I don't know why they're doing the Walter Payton Man of the Year so early. Usually that's like the end of the I thought this was like the end of the broadcast one where they like end the street, like they end the show on. Because in years past, they've just kind of let the person talk for like 20 minutes about their thing they're doing. Their charity or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, this could go to anybody. It's kind of a toss-up in my opinion on this award. I'm guessing they're gonna give it to Dak. They're showing a lot of Dak. Nick Sirianni. No, not necessarily. My guess is Dak wins it. But you never really know. This is kind of a hard award. I think it's this one's really random. It feels like Whitworth last year. It was pretty obvious Whitworth was going to win it, and it was pretty obvious Russ was going to win it when those two won it. But I can't get a feel on this. It feels like Dak's going to win it or Mahomes, because I think Dak was working with some hospital with like sick ass kids. So. Kind of hard to beat that one.
Later on tonight, we will announce the newest recipient of.
Oh, okay. They were just going over the nominees. Okay.
First, please join us in thanking these extraordinary men for everything they do.
I was gonna say I thought I thought that's how they wrapped the show.
2022 Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year Award.
Yeah, I'm guessing this is going to be a Dak award this year. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did, Matt. I was like, all right, I guess they're going to get this award. I don't know why they're doing this one so early. They could usually wait on this one. Oh, God damn it.
2023 NFL honors.
They're going right to commercial break. I know how the NFL works. I'm not a rookie with these people. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, okay. I'll unmute it when it comes back from the break. So sorry about that. It's commercial break. Stretch out. It's been on for about 45 minutes. We've had awards given out already, obviously. It's like they haven't given out any awards yet. It's just been a lot of building up to giving out awards. No. They've given out the, I believe, Offensive Player of the Year, which was Justin Jefferson. And then Defensive Player of the Year went to Nick Bosa. Then they gave out the Offensive Rookie of the Year to Garrett Wilson. And to nobody's surprise, Sauce Gardner won Defensive Rookie of the Year. Though, arguably, it maybe should have gone to Hutchinson. But hey, it is what it is. The only thing the Jets, as in franchise, wins is weird individual awards that their super talented rookies get. And they only get all these super talented rookies because they're always picking inside of the top 5. Such is life. Woe is them. I'm just jealous because Patriots players never get chosen for awards. It's like, damn it. Well, fuck, last one who got one was like Stephon Gilmore in like 2019, and that's because he had such a good season as a corner. It's like, yeah, I mean, it's only like the second or third greatest corner season of all time. I guess he can get an award. And it's like, yeah, I'm glad he was able to get it. I was stunned when they actually gave Gilmore a depoy. That's why I bought the fucking Gilmore jersey. You see the 24 hanging in the background. Because I predicted it before the season began. It was one of my greatest predictions of all time. So I'm just passing time before the commercial comes back on. Or, not commercials. Before the thing comes back. What is this? Yeah, why would you tell us to stay tuned after halftime? You don't need to tell football fans to keep watching. I learned a long time ago that the halftime show isn't for football fans. When you learn that, you quickly accept that you just go, oh, okay, yeah, that makes total sense then. And you, like once you understand what the Super Bowl, who it's for, and it's not for you or me or your buddy who's really also into football, you're gonna be watching the game anyway. They don't need to hook your ass in there. They don't give a fuck. The reason they put the halftime show as more poppy and more like, I don't know, I guess you could say woman friendly, is because that's who it's for, you know? It's kind of like how the commercials, kind of all the pageantry and the side stuff is, it's not designed for like the average football watcher. None of that makes it more enticing to tune in. Because the game itself is already going to lure the fans in. It's the auxiliary people watching the game with the football fan. That's who the entertainment is for. It's for, you know, the girls, the people who don't really watch football, you know, so maybe like the nerdy cousin or something. The video game cousin who's like, I don't know about it. It's like, oh, I like the commercials. Those are pretty good. Still a commercial break, sons of bitches. What's up, Seth? What's up, Kev? What's up, Morgan? Yeah, Pat's probably going to win that. I mean, Jalen Hurts could win MVP. He very well could. Super Pat MVP. More than likely, Robert, yeah. I got to watch my Bucks basketball game against the Lakers because if the Bucks win, they'll be on a night. Jesus, Bucks are really good. And I finally got my job paper done from my Chili's orientation. Hell yeah, there you go. 12:25 Eastern. Yeah, there you go. Or 12:15. That'd be pretty cool if you're a Bills or a Chiefs fan, or a Bengals fan. JJ. Yeah, I mean, Pat, you can kind of always tell who's going to win MVP based on the way that they do the All-Pro voting. If like 49 out of 50 people vote for someone to be first team All-Pro, which is what happened with Pat Mahomes for the All-Pro team for quarterbacks. So Pat was nearly unanimous, right? And like... That's probably how they're going to vote around the MVP. It'll probably be like 40 to like 20. I don't know, maybe like 10 and 5, 10 and 10, 15 and 5. It'll be 50 votes and most of them will be for Pat. That's how that's going to probably play out. Oh shit, here we go. Oh, Coach of the Year. Here we go. Who do we think? Who we got? Coach of the Year up.
Our servicemen and women have always put country before self.
Just watch some videos and stuff, Kev. You know, teach you about the ins and outs.
Pat Tillman that stands outside the stadium where the Super Bowl will be played on Sunday. That same selflessness can be found right now, half a world away.
Rivera just had a pretty good speech bluff.
Young men put on pads and helmets and play football with the same passion you'd find right here in our own backyard. This past year, those same young men stepped away from the game that they loved and put themselves in harm's way in order to
Dabble, yeah. Dabble.
On behalf of everyone who are fighting for freedom of Ukraine and the whole world,
oh, this is gonna piss some people off.
Every one of you for your support. I speak to you today as thousands of our brave men and women fight.
Hey Morgan, how you doing over there? Or did you come back?
Among those on the front lines are the men of the Ukrainian League of American Football who share the love of your game.
I didn't even know they played American football in the Ukraine.
Me and the rest of my teammates, my friends, my brothers.
Chilling at home. Oh, you're back now.
Life we got from our
Good to hear. Good to hear, Morgan. I'm glad to hear.
We are from sports. We don't know how to make war, but we have muscles and we have big hearts.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. They got that's pretty cool. Your boy got. Oh, I'm sorry to hear, Morgan. Ugh. Bad, or just, you know, you had to get the hell out of there, kind of injured.
Which means who, if not us? We can
More than likely, JJ.
and defense democracy.
I'm not gonna lie, this doesn't have anything to do with football. I don't really like to deal with trombone in my spine. Oh, dude. All right, there we go. It was just getting long-winded. I was like, can we get on with it, please? You know, Bosa's mad as hell right now. He's about to return his award. He's about to be like, I don't want to be associated with this anymore. Ugh.
Poblinski, Alfie Williams, and Robin Boguslavsky.
Bosa gets up and just punches them all in the face. They got to restrain. They just show like Nick and Joey being held back. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you two? No, we ain't playing this. Make for some of the fun. That may be the best moment in this award show's history.
Presenting our next award, NFL Hall of Famer. Please welcome.
I thought that was an award. What was this? No, they just did like shouts out to the Ukrainian, you know, the Ukrainian efforts going on, and they just wanted to like honor like the Ukrainian guys who play American in like their Ukrainian American Football League. They're like. They all volunteered and they're helping out, so they wanted to honor them.
Now, and at this point, I think I can say
So it was a nice moment. It was a nice moment by the NFL.
it's hard, period. You got to motivate your players, outsmart your opponents, and then interact with a bunch of Gen Z dudes every single day. That's handsomely paid, by the way. So to that, and do it well at its highest level, that's kind of difficult. And that's something else. But it's my distinct honor to introduce the finalists.
Or Deion's doing Coach of the Year. All right, Deion's doing Coach of the Year. Not Rivera. Doug Peterson, Dable, Shanahan. Shanahan's the dark horse to steal this award. We'll see, though. I doubt he's going to get it. They'll never give him Coach of the Year.
Brian Dable has turned around this New York franchise in 1 year. And that's a hell of a scramble right there. That's good quarterback play. Big Blue is back.
Don't know why, though.
He's been able to make magic this year.
Peterson, I don't know, man. Dable just, it's got to be between Dable and Peterson. But boy, wouldn't I not be shocked. This one, I'm pretty sure it's Dable. That's my guess. That's my gut pick. But boy, is Peterson a strong option. But I feel like the Giants dealt with more weird adversity with the receiving like the injury situation. We'll see.
I would be remiss if I didn't take this opportunity to recruit. I got the Bosas, the Watt. Jerry said I could borrow the Star. Jimmy said he's going to help me out. I need all your cousins, your mama, them, your nephews. Send them right to Colorado. We good? All right.
Hell yeah, look at what Deion just did.
By the way. And the 2022 AP Coach of the Year is Brian Dable.
There we go. All right, there we go. Brian Dable got it. You don't like Doug? Why? He won the Eagles the Super Bowl. He's literally one of the greatest coaches in your franchise's history, and then you stupidly fired him. But hey, I mean, you guys fucked up. Somehow you fucked up into Nick Sirianni, so congratulations. But that was a dumb decision to fire that guy.
Yeah, what an honor this is to be standing in front of you guys tonight.
Very well deserved. Very. Him or Peterson was an easy win.
What a great honor. Appreciative of this award. I want to thank the Mara family, the Tisch family, Joe Shane, all the scouting staff, the support staff.
Weird the two white guys didn't thank God first.
Fans, the voters, and particularly the players and the coaches. They're the ones that why I'm up here. Lastly, thank my wife Beth and our children at home, Marky, Christian, Aiden, Haven, Avery.
Saquon's looking like he better thank me individually.
Appreciate that. Thanks. Much respect.
No, I'm just kidding. That'd be hilarious if Saquon, and he's like, and specifically Saquon, he was really important for us this year. And Saquon just nods slowly. That's right, Fatty. I'm not resigning if you don't give me the personal shot. Oh, they're gonna go right to break. Wait. Yeah, it's fucking commercial. I almost fell for a commercial. I thought it was a bit for a second, but no, it's a commercial break after all that. So, Coach of the Year was handed out, and it went to Brian Dable. Not too much of a surprise. I don't really know. I mean, the only other one who would have won would have been like Ludwig Peterson. Next year, my guess for that award is if the Lions make the playoffs, it's like easily Dan Campbell. Yeah, who's Saquon? Yeah, anywhere from 15 to 20, I would imagine. You know what you do with Saquon is you put it on incentive. You give him a lot of money, right? Like, but you gotta layer that shit. You can't just give him like a blank check with a big pile of cash next to it because injury concerns. But if you just put 16 to 17 games incentives or 15 on incentives, or even 14 if you want to be nice to him, 14, 15, like. And then he gets his full 20. He has to there's no way he's just gonna be like completely ignorant about it and be like, nah, don't put any protection in for yourself. It's like, I'm not paying you more. Like, we'll give you more money if you put it like incentivized. We'll give you $10 million more. Like, literally, it would be that easy. I'd be like, listen, dude, this has nothing to do with yards, individual touches, performance. It's like, if you played 15, we give you the full contract amount. Like, we can't have you playing 10 games a year and paying you $25 million a season. That's fucking ridiculous, buddy. But hey, if you can play for the fucking 16, and it's not just like, oh, I started them out. Like, you can't do that. Like, none of that. But like, if you play, like, then seems very easy. I feel like his camp can't be stupid about that. It's like, cause dude, you're a great running back, but like, if you only play 8 games a year, should we have to pay you $25 a year for that? Like, no, you're only worth half the season. Fucking yeah, pay 15 even, but anything over that, I feel like we'd be stupid if we're not going to incentivize any of it anyway. I don't know. That's why I'm not a GM or a contract signer. I'd be terrible at this probably. I'd be like, yeah, I'll give you $50 million on incentives. I don't give a fuck. The 20 is going to drop down to about 13 million because of taxes. Yeah, you got to consider that as well. But I don't know. That's not. I don't know. I would be like, then don't sign here if taxes are a concern. I don't know what. Like, yeah, you can get a fucking We'll hook you up with our New York media with a brand deal, and that'll offset your taxes from the NFL. I'm back 4 and 5. Oh, that's pretty. Which offensive player of the year is the only one you got, right? Or was it rookie of the year, offensive rookie? You never paying that much for a running back? Some teams should. I don't know. I think running in the NFL is about to become very important. And again, the NFL tends to work. Guys, it's commercial. That's why the stuff is quiet. It's still a break. The NFL works in cycles and circles. The defenses are getting smaller and faster right now to contemplate quarterbacks running or to combat quarterback running, and the fact that it's a more pass-heavy game. There's less teams running it, less reasons to have like big bruiser players to go tackle them big bruising backs. But I think within 2 years, you're going to see teams that can run the ball start being very explosive and dangerous on offense, because I think within 2 to 3 years, you're going to see defenses a little bit smaller and a lot quicker and a lot less apt to tackle and like stop like dominant ball carriers. You're already seeing it kind of with like certain running backs, so like bigger running backs can just plow through people this year. I'm very happy they didn't give it to Brock. Nothing against Brock, but he didn't play in enough games. Offensive Rookie of the Year, it got me, but to be honest, all I care about is if Devin can get Hall of Fame. Yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, I hope he gets it. All right, gotta mute it. They're doing another player singing. Can't do it. 2 more games in my high school. It's Cam Jordan too. This is gonna be awful. Yep. Glad I didn't listen to that. I listened for about half a second. Now I feel bad. I just want to go to bed. Ruined my day. You know, like what? You know what's funny is like of all the teams and people you could have done this with, and like all the players, it's like why didn't they like contact any of the Eagles players? They have like a whole comedic singing troupe. I mean, maybe they're just not there. That could be a thing. I didn't think about that actually. Like they're like, I don't know why if they're gonna do these comedic singing bits, which is fine. I like comedy and music, but it's like, don't the Eagles? Yeah, I guess they're just not there. But it's like they could have flew in real quick. I don't know. Oh, fan of the year. Is this a real award?
Their community while still finding a way to spice up.
You know who my nomination is? The Chiefs super fan that wears a wolf mask. That guy rules.
A season ticket holder since 2009 and president of
There is no better super fan than that Chiefs super fan that wears a wolf mask and robs banks.
use his fandom to impact the lives of those in his community.
That guy rules.
Please welcome from the upcoming series Animal Control.
Yeah, Jacob. Yeah, you know.
And the 2022 Fan of the Year, Larry Bevins.
Oh, now they got a guy in a bear costume. Oh shit, it's a Seahawks fan. Yeah, that makes sense.
No, thank you, Larry. I'm just jealous. I assumed I was the biggest Seahawks fan in the world until I met you, and you're a much better human being than me.
Dude, look at the size of this unit.
I have better hair.
Yeah, it looks like it. It cost a fortune.
Yes, it did.
You know this guy talks mad shit. You know how much foul shit has come from his fingertips to wild like 12-year-olds on the internet. This dude has said some crazy. Look at this. This man is a fucking absolute legend on the line. Probably. You know he is. You know he had to go through. He's having to. When they told him he might win this, he had to go through and delete all his old tweets with all kinds of slurs and shit in them. What is this? Oh, comeback player of the year. Okay. Barkley, Geno Smith. Yeah, that's actually a tough one on this one. This is a toss-up in my opinion. I guess Geno because awards slant quarterback, but we'll see. Recent surgery, how to delete tweets in bulk. Yeah, how to search for tweets then delete them. I have to put quotation. I put my @ username, space, quotation, word I'm looking for, quotation, enter, and word. Oh, 4,000 tweets popped up. He went, oh, uh-oh. Let me type in the F word. If you know, for maggot with an F at the front. 9,000 tweets.
And the
I'm gonna be so.
AP comeback player of the year is.
I know that's not this guy.
Geno Smith.
Geno Smith. Yeah, it's quarterback slanted.
Still ain't writing back.
Geno is not here, so I will give a 10-minute speech.
Wait, Geno Smith didn't show up? Geno just didn't show up to the award show? Dude was like, yeah, there's like a 0% shot I'm winning this one. I had to refresh it for whatever reason, being stupid. What the fuck? They just like kind of ushered him out. That looked awkward. What the fuck happened? What was that?
Practice does not make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. And there is
That was weird.
a stadium in this league where that mantra isn't embraced as passion. Because getting a group of people
Who the
to work
fuck is
together
this?
as a team, now that's hard. It takes countless hours of repetition.
He should have practiced talking in his fake teeth.
And when the lights are on you, it's what makes the difference between success and catastrophe.
And to all of
That's how I'm gonna sound one day when I get my fake teeth, you guys. I'm gonna be like, oh, hello. I'm gonna be like, don't worry, we'll be all good. He should have practiced with them fake chompers. That was awful.
A team of unsung heroes.
Geno Smith got that award.
As hard
for comeback player of the year.
any player that has ever lived.
Thank you for taking over, lady.
They will be ready at that crucial moment. The only difference is they hope that moment never comes.
I hate dentures.
Week 17. Monday,
No disrespect, though.
As players and fans get ready for some football, a hidden small army goes through their pre-game preparation.
Oh, they're actually honoring the medical people.
Just like they do before.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Every stadium in the
I was wondering about this. I was like, are they gonna say something about this?
that with all their preparation, they'll
I mean, those dudes legitimately saved a life that night. Like, those doctors
just about 9 minutes into the game.
are like quite literally the definition of hero.
I don't like how he went down. Oh, bring everybody. We're gonna need everybody. All call. Got that other monitor on there. I need an entitled CO2. I need an entitled CO2 now.
Rarely will you witness a football game surrounded by so much
Man, they were calm.
Rarely will you witness a team perform so urgently, so precisely, and so seamlessly as these athletic trainers and first responders become, quite literally, the heartbeat of another human being.
People from around the world have been praying for Damar Hamlin.
But the team treating Damar is now even stronger, with doctors
You like the narrator?
and nurses strengthening the odds of what everyone is praying for. 3 days after the incident, Damar wakes up. His first words written on a piece of paper. Did we win?
Yes, Damar, you won. You've won the game of life.
I wanna be a great one. I wanna be a great one.
Yeah, I might have to mute it. No? Okay.
We sometimes take for granted how closely it can unite us, how powerfully it can bring out the best in us, how profoundly it can inspire us.
Hamlin's toy drive raised millions of dollars in less than 24 hours.
We're leading up to game time here.
No, they're honoring the first responders that basically saved that dude's life.
After the scene in Cincinnati on Monday night, of course, encouraging news the last few days. And the Bills take the field today after an emotional week. And, of course, the emotion reaches a fever pitch.
Here's Hines on the run back, breaking a tackle, and down the sideline he goes. This is storybook. An opening kickoff return for Damar Hamlin.
It started off earlier in the week as a tragic scene. It slowly turned into a celebration of life here, Jim.
But none of it would have been possible without that hidden small army, whose names never appear on stat sheets, whose plays never show up on highlight reels, but whose performance in the most critical, most unthinkable of moments can produce the kind of endings we dream about.
These heroes are unsung no more. From the Bills and the Bengals, training and medical staffs, as well as the University of Cincinnati Medical Center.
You know them as Team Damar!
Yes!
Damn. Cool that they're giving him the honor, though.
Yes.
Bringing him out there.
Yes. You deserve it. And please, I am so proud, happy, and pleased to welcome to the stage from the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, they're bringing DeMar out. That's pretty cool. The NFL's like, you guys all thought he died. At some point, all right, like, hopefully they stop making this guy come out and do speeches and shit, because it's like, all right, well, now we know he's good and everything. There isn't a body double.
First, I would like to just thank God for even being here.
Someone telling me he's a very private guy. He looks very nervous to speak.
Every day, I am amazed that my experiences could encourage so many others across the country and even across the world. Encourage to pray, encourage to spread love, and encourage to keep fighting no matter the circumstances. Sudden cardiac arrest was nothing I would have ever chosen to be a part of my story. But that's because sometimes our own visions are too small, even when we think we are seeing the bigger picture. My vision was about playing in the NFL and being the best player that I could be. But God's plan was to have a purpose greater than any game in this world.
I hope he doesn't have to retire.
My entire life, I felt like God was using me to give others hope. And now with a new set of circumstances, I can only say he's doing what he's always done. I have a long journey ahead, a journey full of unknowns and a journey full of milestones. But it's a lot easier to face your fears when you know your purpose. My third night awake in the hospital, I met an ICU doctor. His name was Yusuf. He told me he had a similar experience. He showed me he was okay, and that meant so much to me.
Hell yeah, that one guy, Brian Dable, Coach of the Year.
There was so much uncertainty.
I'm sure you're excited.
And just him coming to me, showing that I could live a normal life again, it meant so much to me in the moment. So I want to give a big thank you to him, and a special thank you to everyone on this stage for everything they did for me. And thank you everyone around the country and around the world who prayed for me and hoped for me. The journey will continue.
All right, he didn't retire. Thank God. I hope he's able to play again. Daniel. I'm glad they brought the medical staff out and honored them. I was hoping this would happen at some point. The NFL would like big up these people, because like they did a great. Like, that was unreal what they pulled off. Like they had to keep this dude alive for what, like 9 minutes. To pump him full of fake oxygen and give him CPRs and all kinds of crazy shit on that. So Barkley was snubbed though. Yeah, quarterbacks are always It's the same thing your guy came back from. I mean, technically, didn't Saquon play 13 games last year? Not to like shit on Saquon being like injured, but like was he only injured for like 4 games technically? So they were kind of both just kind of bouncing back from what was like just kind of bad seasons, kind of marred by some injury problems. I know missing 4 games is technically like a quarter of the season, but like, you know. Anyway, it's a commercial break really quick. I'm sure coming up soon will be, let's see, what are we up to? Well, MVP has got to, let's see what they've given out so far. All right, so MVP hasn't been given out. We've done Offensive Player of the Year. That was given to Justin Jefferson. We don't know this Walter Peyton yet. No, we got the Pro Football Hall of Fame class still. So we'll see. You know, used to defensive and offensive rookies were given out. Comeback Coach of the Year. Jay Cutler. Yeah, Jay Cutler was, he was done for him. I don't know. I think Cutler just wanted to stop playing football when he stopped. I don't think he, maybe Jacob. They should give it to Aaron Rodgers again. Yeah, the Jets, Garrett Wilson and Sauce Gardner were offensive and defensive rookie of the years, respectively. Defensive player of the year went to Bosa, which was a little surprising. I thought they were going to give it to Parsons, but hey, it was always funny that the Cowboys fans take a small L. Coach of the year was obviously Brian Dable. Comeback player of the year went to Geno Smith. I don't think I'm missing anything yet. I'm imagining Hall of Fame class is up next because they haven't done that yet. Well, Tom Brady should have won MVP last year. I don't know why he didn't. Oh, wait, yeah, I do, because they don't like to give awards to Patriots players or people like Brady. It's fucking stupid. We would have won the Super Bowl if he didn't get hurt in the conference championship. Are you talking about Brock Purdy? I just don't think Purdy played enough games to count. Usually by like 6-7 games, 8 games into the season, I think he played 7. I think by usually by game 8 or 9 for rookie, they figure you out and start stopping you. Oh, Jay. Oh, yeah. Fair enough. Wrong team, wrong guy. I don't know why I thought you were a Niners guy. I don't know why I thought that. My bad. Yeah, I kind of thought about that. I was like, wait, he's Bears guy. Gonna be a good Super Bowl. Are you nervous, Jacob? Yeah, is this Hall of Fame then? Not yet. Nope, still not quite on yet. Do you think you're trading the pick, or do you think you guys are making a draft pick? I'm thinking you guys trade your pick, but mainly just because you can get a lot back for that pick. Trading? Yeah, that's what I thought too. That's what I figured you guys should. That's the right move. Because you don't need a quarterback, and that pick's going to go for a bunch of goddamn picks. Yeah, you can get a great offensive tackle inside of the top 10. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of them things where it's like you don't need to do that. Or you can really just go for a receiver, like the best receiver available at 4. And still have a slew of goddamn great picks. Hold on.
Good evening, honors. We just saw something beautiful on the stage.
Daniel.
Fun every week, every year.
Oh, God.
NFL's angriest runner and baddest mother, and I send them this. This is a scepter. This is
Giant dildo? Oh.
Cool kids got one. Josh Allen's got
There's new South Park episodes? Wait, what? Is there a new season going on? Finally? What is this? Oh yeah, I'll have to give it a watch after this. I know what I get to watch after this. Dude, what is this? Shut up, Kyle.
Germany, the home of schnapps and schnitzels and stiff arms. What's up, Rashad? Give me the Rashad clip. In 3, 2, 1. You know what's coming with your shades on. Get out of here. You're going to throw a safety about 30 feet. And then you're going to get up because you're a rookie and you say, oh, that's not big a deal. It's a big deal. You made a Seahawk fly. That could
Yeah, it's weird that they dropped the season in the middle of the winter.
Get out of here. That's an angry run right here. We'll be right back. That's 1
Oh, this is so awful. None of the players are feeling this.
The angry run, Mr. Brown. Appreciate you.
Look at dude's face in front of him.
And our next finalist, Damian Pierce.
Oh yeah, it was Dameon Pierce in front of him was looking like, oh no, he's gonna talk to me.
On the entirety of Duval County. This is a disgusting run that I think is still going on. This
I can't listen to this anymore. I'm gonna make you guys listen to this still though. I should turn this all the way up.
I love you, Damian Pierce. That's my man. One more finalist to go. Unleash the Najee Harris. I dare you to unleash it. Where is Najee?
Yeah, it's Kyle Brandt. He's doing his angry runs segment for far too long. I guess they think this is funny or something. This dude isn't even fucking Najee isn't even like participating in this. He's like, oh, okay. Yeah, so what the fuck? All the running backs are very nervous that they're gonna talk to him.
Next year, the winner of the angry run of the year and the golden.
I love that he doesn't have. I'm not gonna lie. I'd have gotten like 10 minutes, like about a minute into this, and I've been like, I feel kind of gay. I'm gonna not do this, you guys. I shouldn't have signed up to do this. Huh? Yeah, I don't want to do this. What? What do you mean? This is your bit. Yeah, I thought about it, and it's fucking fuck. All right, Damian Pierce wins the award. Have a good night. I'd have douche chilled out of there, and then I'd have not been able to do that. So kudos to him. Why is it all skippy and shitty now?
I've had success running the football, but if you truly want to define the position, and that position
Yeah, he's like, oh God, somebody kill me.
Starts and ends with a guy by the name of Jim Brown.
God, dude.
Absolutely.
Exactly, Daniel.
Yes.
Oh, this is great. I love that it's just all shitty now.
Of his 9 seasons, and he remains the only man to average 100 yards per game during his entire career.
Yeah, Kyle Brandt.
And it's truly because of his greatness that the NFL has decided to rename the award given to the league leading rusher. And Barry and I are honored that that award will be given out tonight in honor of Jim Brown.
No question about it.
Oh, the Jim Brown Award. Is that like a newest? Oh, they're gonna give a running back award.
Now, please give it up for the first Jim Brown Award winner, Josh Jacobs of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh, that's cool. It's a new award.
All right, NFL honors, give it up for our next presenters, the star of Blackbird on Apple TV Plus, Paul Walter Hauser. And
That doesn't look like Josh Jacobs. That looks like Aiden Hutchinson. Not gonna lie. They just didn't let. I guess Josh Jacobs didn't show up either.
You okay, man?
Yeah. No, yeah, definitely. Just a little.
Oh, Jacob.
Just a little starstruck. Jimmy Johnson is here.
Oh, you're a Dallas fan.
Oh, no. I hate the Cowboys. I just like him in that movie, The Water Boy. Really good. It's really good.
These moments help us, remind us that anything can happen on a football field.
Oh, yeah, and a quarterback should, never try to make a tackle. Yeah.
It's moments like these that make this season special.
Unless you're a fan of the other teams in these highlights, then it won't be that special. Here are this year's finalists.
Oh, dude, Jesus Christ. I swear to God, if my team...
First playoff meeting between these division rivals.
I hope somebody else wins this fucking award other than... You know what? It should go to Hubbard right there. That's the moment. The moment is the Redskins. Is that they getting it? Just anything other than my team. I don't know, like the moment of the year. I already know, dude. It's just gonna be stupid. They're gonna be like, Max, yeah, all right. I already know what that is. I swear to God, if they really do the pitch, yeah, they're gonna do the pitch. It's got to be Hubbard, right?
Give it up for those nominees. And the 2020 Moment of the Year is...
Justin.
Oh, Jefferson. Oh, whew. Okay. Whew. All right, yeah, that catch was really good. Yeah. All right, anybody but Chandler Jones getting that fucking award. Let's go. Let me tell you, as a Patriots fan and all that, I was really hoping anybody but fucking Chandler won that award this year. All right, Justin. Yeah, 2.
Second speech of the night. I ain't prepared for a second one. But, I mean, thank you to the Vikings. Thank you, Kevin O'Connell, for the things that you've been doing for the team and myself. Kirk for throwing me the amazing passes that he's been throwing me since I got into the league.
You're back. I gotta go to soda.
Voting me this award. Appreciate y'all.
I was blessed with certain talents, and I tried to use those talents to help my team. Could they count on me when it was needed?
Ooh. What a good award show so far. I don't know. Has there been anything too shocking or controversial award-wise?
While we were playing, we never knew what the future would bring. We were just trying to win the next game. We never knew at that time that we were building such a dream.
Looks like it's going to be on a break here in a minute, though.
That you saw the best. It is truly immeasurable and certainly unforgettable.
How close are we to 20 likes on this whole thing? 18 likes. That's pretty good. If you haven't left a like, consider dropping one. It'll help the stream out.
Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Terry Bradshaw.
Thank you, folks. Appreciate it. You know, it's impossible to forget Franco Harris. In the middle of the roughest, toughest game on earth, he was an island of humility and grace. Never once raised his voice. Never pointed a finger. And on that day, 50 years ago, in Pittsburgh, he came out of nowhere to change the game forever. When you think about it, immaculate is the perfect word to be linked forever to Franco Harris. I love you, pal. I miss you. And like every football fan in this world, I'll never forget you. So tonight, with the help of the NFL Players Choir, we remember Franco and the many other cherished members of our football family who left us last year.
I gotta probably mute this part. Not gonna lie, they're playing like they're just doing like a in memoriam of people that died. Got like Franco and a bunch of other old people and. I forgot about Dwayne Haskins. That's pretty. I forgot all about Dwayne Haskins dying this year. That was this year. That was in 2022. Why does that seem like it was so long ago, or at least a lot longer than than last year? It seems anyway. Damn, the Steelers really could have used Dwayne Haskins this year. He would have been pretty good for them. Bunch of old people. Some medium-aged people. But rest in peace to everyone who passed away. I forgot about John Clayton. Hopefully they get on with the good awards soon. Hopefully they get back to awards soon. Last couple things aren't even like real things. It feels like those are just a couple things they give away to like pad the timing out a little bit because they're like, oh, we're running out of shit. We booked this thing for 2 hours. Oh, teach the cause or whatever. And now it's a commercial break. So we'll leave it muted. I'll unmute it once it pops back on. I would imagine that maybe the NFL Hall of Famers are announced pretty shortly here, I would have to imagine. So, what's everyone up to? What do you guys who's ever listening? What do you guys chilling? Not very talkative. Kind of it's a slow night. No one really feels like saying much. I don't know what's happened to my audience. It sucks kind of now. You guys used to be a lot more fun to talk to. I will admit that. It used to be a lot more fun to go live. It is what it is, but I mean, I'm just gonna be honest. You guys used to be a lot more fun to talk to. Now you guys just sit and listen. I don't know. Fucking. But well, you didn't miss much. Not really anything, really. They just kind of honored the passed away players and had moment of the year, and that went to that crazy ass Jefferson catch against the Bills. And then we're on a commercial break. Don't know if Hall of Fame's next. I don't know what they plan on doing next. Well, I wonder if it's coming back on soon. Yep. Okay. Cool.
Coming up, Man of the Year as well. So let's get right to it, y'all.
Ah, dude, seriously, wasting more fucking time. Not one person likes this. Yeah, they got Dwayne. Yeah, why? Yeah, of course I have it on mute. Yeah, Jacob, they're doing music and shit. What is this? Ugh. Every bit that they've done just feels awful. Come on. Get on with the regular show. This is awful. Ugh. All right, is that over? Okay. All right. I think MVP's coming up. I'm doing coursework. Yeah. Oh, Hall of Fame now, finally. Jesus. Yeah, then it'll be then MVP, then Walter Peyton. Here we go. Oh, Joe Thomas got in. First ballot, right? Wow, congrats to Joe Thomas getting in. Darrelle Revis is in. Don't spoil if you can. Oh, you're just saying please. Yeah, I got you. Darrelle Revis. So we got Joe Thomas, Darrelle Revis. Both of these are pretty easy ones to get. Thomas, I'm a little bit surprised on. They're usually harder on linemen. Hey, DeMarcus Ware finally gets in. Nice to see. Always nice to see.
Son, Ken Riley II.
Sorry about that. I thought it was unmuted. Somebody should have said something. But then again, that would require somebody on YouTube to actually type. And they don't really do that.
Allen earned Pro Bowl nods at 3 different positions. The anchor of the New York Sack Exchange, Joe Klecko.
Yeah, for some reason, Matt, my YouTube chat doesn't talk anymore. After like an hour or so, they just decide they don't type anymore. They're pretty awful. I'm not gonna lie.
A founding member of the Cowboys' Doomsday Defense, the only man
They refuse to speak.
MVP in a Super Bowl that his team lost. He was a bad man, Chuck Howley. Chuck is at home.
In X-Ray Hogwarts stream for like 20 hours now. I risk getting kicked out to a good. Yeah, I would say don't spam my channel, please. That's kind of weird.
Whether he was lined up inside or out, blitzing the quarterback or playing the pass, he was always a problem.
That's really weird, Daniel. Not gonna lie.
Now my teammate, welcome
Don't bother other people with my channel. What the fuck? Yeah, you should have just never did that. Imagine, I would honestly have banned you. No offense, Danny.
We all owe our game to this man.
I'd have probably banned you if you were sitting in here in my stream just spamming out someone else's channel. I'm like, I gotta get rid of this guy. Yeah, Danny, you know, you're one of my. I like you watching the channel and everything, but you can't just be running around to other people's shit and being like, go watch this. It's like, nah, dude, I'd ban you if you were doing that on my channel. Don't ever do that. That makes me look bad.
It was an honor to coach this 5-time All-Pro linebacker.
I don't know if you're Matt. I don't know if it's gonna happen.
Lead the league in defense. Zach Thomas.
Oh, Zach Thomas finally got the fuck in. Let's go. That's dude, you just stole. Yeah, you're fine, Danny. Just like don't spam my channel out anywhere. You don't need to do all that. Wow, Hester didn't make it.
Pro Football Hall of Fame class.
Kind of a shit class. I don't know. I kind of like that Revis got in, Thomas got in, and Zach and Thomas and Yeah, I don't know. It's an okay class.
The 2023 NFL.
Damn, they're going right to a commercial break already. NFL's in give up mode on this broadcast. They're like, all right, just send it to another commercial break. Fuck this. We got 2 awards left. We got to somehow make this last 19 minutes. All right, do we have any more funny singing bits? People seem to really like those. Anyway, it's another commercial break. We'll unmute it as soon as possible. Yeah, Jax is just out here stealing Joey Bosa's lines, like bar for bar. Sad. Who won what? Fuck. Who won that? Who won what? It's a very vague statement, my friend. Yeah. The award that was, I don't even remember what the fuck award it was. Oh, it was the Hall of Fame. Oh, who won what? I thought you said that. All right, let me think about this. Offensive Player of the Year was Jefferson. Offensive Rookie of the Year was Garrett Wilson. Defensive Player of the Year was Nick Bosa. Not really a crazy surprise. And then, of course, Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Sauce Gardner. Comeback Player of the Year was Geno Smith. Dable won Coach of the Year. Those are all the big ones, right? Those are all the relevant. Yeah. I think other than Bosa winning, I think kind of the Offensive Rookie of the Year was a little bit of a toss-up. There haven't been many toss-ups. I would imagine the final vote tallies are going to be pretty decisive too. Like, it's like, oh yeah, these guys all pretty decisively won. Maybe the Rookie of the Year voting was a little close. Other than that, probably pretty limited in like actual, trouble or variation. Blah, blah, blah. They were blowing people out. How much did Gardner win unanimously? Yeah, I can expect it on that. Like, I would imagine Opoy was probably not close. Depoy probably was. I can imagine there's been a couple pretty close ones. I would imagine Olroy was a pretty good toss-up. Depoy was probably a toss-up. Olroy probably wasn't. Or Opoy wasn't. I can imagine D-Roy wasn't close, but it feels like it should have been. Dable won by 16. Yeah, that's not really close. That's like the closest one. Oh, wow. Damn. It's a little sad that it was that obvious, though. I don't know. We figured out these voters, that means. I think it's back on.
Welcome back to the NFL honors. I got to get a little serious here. That we have some breaking news, actually. We just got an update from
The close Chino at 28.
He has decided. Oh, he's decided to take some more mushrooms. So you know what? Solid choice, Aaron. Have a good time.
He's probably going to do the full whatever they're allowed to hold. So I think they can hold people in Romanian jails for like what, like I don't know how many days specifically, but they can hold them for a minute without any charges being brought on them or something like that. I think it's like half a year. It's some crazy amount of length. 180 days. Yeah, that's what I thought. They'll probably hold them the whole 180. Let me guess. Did they give it? Was it like a 49 something? 48, 49.
To be surrounded by great teammates, and I understand that in the ultimate team sport, you don't win the MVP by yourself. Woo, that's right. But the MVP is
yeah, that's retarded.
Team can count on night in and night out.
It's so overrated.
Here are your finalists for the NFL Most Valuable Player.
All right, let's see. My guess is Mahomes.
Is Joe Burrow the best quarterback in football?
You watch Joe Burrow win. You know how fucking funny. You just hear Joe Burrow wins MVP, and you just, yeah, we're on MVP, and you just hear a loud yes from Nick Bosa. Then you missed all my good Bosa jokes.
And the 2022 AP Most Valuable Player is Patrick Mahomes.
Mahomes. Yeah, that was an easy call.
I want to thank God for giving me this platform and putting so many amazing people around me to help support this dream.
Boo.
Without him, none of this would even be
Patrick
possible.
Mahomes shouldn't be MVP. It should be Aaron Rodgers for a third time. He did exactly what he did the years prior to win it. He performed worse than he did the year before he won his MVP. And Bosa won with 46. Jesus. Sounds like the voters were very sure about what the fuck they were thinking on.
Thank you for always being there for me through my
I think so. I think so, Matt. You did say that. You said, I hope I better go 5 or 7.
mom, my dad, my brother and sister. Thank you for supporting me.
Yeah, I'm surprised Jefferson wasn't the runaway.
Kid to follow my dreams. To the Chiefs organization, Clark Hunt, Brett Veach, Andy Reid, the staff.
Damn, that was a weak finish. That was bad from Parsons then to finish that
I
way.
would never be standing here today without y'all. Every day, giving everything that we have together.
Mahomes on a team you like, but no. Fair enough.
Super Bowl. Let's continue to go for that dream this weekend.
Kermit one. What's up, Nathan? I like how short the MVP speech is, and then they just give like 20 minutes to the asshole who wins the Walter Peyton Award. That's the next award coming up, by the way, is the Walter Peyton Man of the Year. I've always found it weird that they like don't let the MVP say much. And then they're like, all right, guy, you're the best charity guy in the NFL, so you get the longest time to speak. We have to pretend like we care about this more than anything else. Why not just... But, Van, yeah, you missed my funny Bosa jokes. It's like, man, that shit would have been funny when they were honoring them Ukrainian people. If Bosa would have stood up and went, this is horse shit. Just like ran up and tackled the fucking Ron Rivera when he was praising all them Russian folks or them Ukrainian folks. Like, not on my watch. Not on my fucking watch. No. Watson, what about Deshaun? I just hope the Super Bowl will be good, and it's not a runaway game for any. For Walter Peyton Man of the Year. It's like, well, guys, he sent like we know he's bad and everything, but he sent like 100 kids to college on his own dime. He's kind of got to win the award. Like, what about all the other stuff? Yeah, but I mean, he's sending all these young kids to school, changing lives, and he started up a company called Deshaun's Marrow, where they find bone marrow matches for kids. And oh, it's Calais Campbell. What? Oh no, okay, he's just won it before.
Earlier this evening, we saw 32
Part of the Saints. It does sound like a very big possibility.
Walter Payton's big-hearted footsteps.
Yeah, I hope it's a good game.
Of his time and resources towards medical
My guess is Dak Prescott wins this one.
mental health of at-risk youth. It has been from the moment he entered the league. His efforts are inspired by not one, but two very personal and life-altering events. And now, an ever-growing number of people are turning to hardships.
Yeah. If you know what Dak's been up to, you know Dak's winning this.
Dak Prescott.
Easy call, by the way.
Getting used to the heat, but we had a great practice, I think.
If you know what's been going on in Dak's life and like what he's doing off the field, it's like, oh yeah, no, he's winning it.
For Rain Dakota Prescott, the story begins as a biracial child growing up in a trailer parked among the pines east of Shreveport, the youngest of Peggy Prescott's 3 football-crazed boys. Times were far from easy.
It was poverty in a sense. For me to say it was a struggle, I would be discrediting my mom and my brothers. I think if you asked any of us, did we ever need? Never, never. That's how selfless, and that's the person my mom was.
You're back in 2
State
seconds.
would come calling and look like a very promising chapter. But then, 2 words. Mother, cancer. By her wishes, Dax soldiered on. Early in his sophomore season, he was the starter. 2 months later, she was gone.
Prescott for touchdown.
Look ahead to the NFL draft.
It's going to be a lot of hard work. Just continue to get better in every aspect.
Peggy knew overcoming adversity could lead her son to greatness. She told him, "Allow me to be your motivation, your inspiration. Let me be your story."
I remember her telling me, all greats have a story. Now it's up to me for her to live through me.
That call to arms became a foundation with a focus on cancer.
Yeah, Jacob Brady finally retired.
Funding patient
Yes, sir.
welfare.
My nonprofit is Faith, Fight, Finish. Our mission is empowering individuals, families, and communities to create strength through adversity.
I didn't know that about Dak's mom, though.
Finish came into our lives and helped. I still can't believe it. I'm gonna start crying.
Lives were saved, stories rewritten. But sometimes tragedy begets tragedy. In 2020, Dak's brother Jace, the rock at Peggy's side for her painful descent, took his own life.
To be vulnerable about it.
A difficult truth was laid bare for Dak, but he shared his pain, telling all who would listen that being vulnerable is okay.
Our adversity, our struggles.
Yeah, Skip Bayless. I remember all that.
Much for ourselves.
That was a wild
Too
couple.
much for even 1 or 2 people, but never too much for a community, for the people and the family that you love. I've made a promise that his life will be one taken to save millions. Starting in July, there will be a new 3-digit number for the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Our curriculum encourages adults to reach out to young people struggling with their mental health.
One man helping many turn difficult pages and add chapters to their lives.
Why would you want him performing?
And it saves lives. I'm just showing people how to express their adversity to be allowed to become their strength. I know my mom, it's what she would want.
Again, they don't really put on halftime shows at the Super Bowl for like the football fan watching. You know what I mean? It's more for like the people who don't like the game that are watching along. Like, for example, what's the point of putting on a concert for a bunch of people who are already going to be watching the game no matter what? Like, it's like, yeah, that's probably true.
Thank you. Thank you. Wow.
Gotta think, most of that just like audience retention attempt.
Esteemed company of the 31 nominated men.
No,
I
that's
just want to say I think the world of you. Have so much
no.
respect
I don't know. If he was popular with women and like older folks and a certain age groups, then yeah, he'd probably get picked. But he's no reason to pick him.
to Nationwide for
But
recognizing
it
the
made it
importance
popular.
of the impact that we as NFL players can have off the field. To the Peyton family, I have such appreciation for Walter and for your beautiful family that continues.
Why do you think they just don't pick like rock bands? Like, if you were putting on a Super Bowl halftime show and you wanted the safest pick, but all right, who's a pretty good rock band that could throw down pretty good? And you just put them on, and that's like a home run every single time. You know, like fucking throw on like Linkin Park or something, like prior to like Chester's suicide situation. I don't know. It's pretty easy going.
To join the prior recipients of this award and such prestigious award, which is Roger Staubach, Troy Aikman, and Jason Witten.
Well, probably getting out of here pretty quick. There's no one's really talking or saying much.
Being recognized alongside of them, I will never take for granted.
Figured people would be in chit chatting that usually watch the channel, but I guess they don't really watch the channel anymore. So,
the entire Jones family, Emily Cruz Robbins, and the community.
yeah, why would they do that though? There's no reason to.
Inspire and help and.
Well, I'm gonna close this. I don't really. It's pretty much over. All right. Well, unless anybody wants to sit here and talk about football for a few minutes, I'm gonna get out of here. Kind of doesn't seem like it. Based on, just based on the way the chat's going right now. I can see back to 48 on my screen, so that clearly means no one's saying anything. So I'm guessing the stream is done. Well, I think I got the Eagles right now. I've seen a couple more things today, like earlier today. That was kind of concerning that the Chiefs are dealing with with the cold virus going around. So that's kind of big. Yeah, it's just weird. I don't know. I don't know, Ben. I'm a little bit bummed out by certain people. It's like, oh, God, thanks for the support, everybody. Just because of that defense and the cold. Yeah, I don't think the cold's really going to be an impact in Arizona. Oh, you're saying they have defensive woes. Yeah, Chris Jones is in a weird spot. Like they're dealing with like weird problems in Kansas City right now. I didn't know they were still doing. I thought the trade deadline was done. What? Oh, that fucking Hurts didn't win the MVP. Yeah, it was probably. I wonder if Ben, do you know if it was unanimous from with Hurts and the MVP? I would imagine that was or Mahomes. That might have been unanimous. You got the Eagles. Yeah, I haven't picked the last like 4 games good. I haven't picked the last 2 games right. I had a completely different Super Bowl lined up. It was a blowout. Yeah, I mean, I predicted because 49 of 50 people voted Mahomes for the first team All-Pro spot. So I was thinking it's going to be something similar, like 48, 49 votes. 48, I thought. Who got the other one? Did somebody just not vote? They're like, I'm voting for Burrow. And the mysterious other voter is Nicolas Bosas. It's just some weird name that Nick Bosa is a secret MVP voter. He's like, not picking either one of them. And Bosa was just sitting there. Like yeah, he was anything but Slytherin. He was, Bosa was just basically like Harry Potter in that phrase where Harry's like Slytherin. Cause I do whatever I want. You people don't deserve to have the content like that. Content may be deleted, just whenever I feel like it. I suggest screen recording them. I don't fucking know. It was up long enough where you could have downloaded it and kept it if you wanted it that bad. Don't know what to tell you. No, the award show's over. It's over. It's 11. It was only 2 hours long. Once they give out the Walter Peyton Award, the award show's over. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, they're done. The awards are done. I mean, I don't know what other award there is. They did debut the brand new because they don't know how to give running backs awards anymore. So they're like, fuck, dude. Running backs are going to get 0 awards for the remainder of the NFL history if we don't just introduce a new award. What's the award? The Jim Brown Award for the guy who runs for the most rushing yards. Oh yeah, I was gonna say no worries on delays. They should take Russell Man of the Year. Yeah, did you guys hear about Russell's his sketchy actions with that charity he runs? So I would say a typical standard. Yeah, it was good, Danny. I enjoyed it. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the award show. Apparently with Russell Wilson, he's only paying out 24% on his charity, which that means for every dollar they get, they're only paying out 24 cents to the actual charities and to the foundation, to like the actual causes they deem to be helping. The rest goes to like employee salaries and expenses. And it's like, oh, that's bad. Like, that's really bad. I think Vaughn has like a glasses company that does like 71%. Peyton Manning has one that's like 98%. It's like, oh, dude, no. Like I think to be not considered a scam charity or like a shit charity that they warn you not to donate to, you got to be like around 70%, which is 70 cents of every dollar goes to the actual cause, not, just fucking people putting shit in their pocket. Because, you understand, like, people that work for an organization or, like, it's like a long-standing thing. You expect they got to pay people. And, like, I'm not saying that it's bad that Russell's paying people, but it's like, dude, well, how are you only fucking giving out a quarter for every dollar you make? That's a little fucked up. Brett Favre suing people who apparently talked about the Mississippi. I don't know what exactly he's suing about, because it's like, well, Brett, it's a matter of public record that you did this. What the fuck? And they're just commenting on a news story. The Pat McAfee show and Shannon Sharpe are being sued by Brett Favre for defamation regarding the Mississippi welfare case in which he's accused, or allegedly he stole, like $4 million to build a volleyball stadium or something like that. That's what the reports have been. That's what all the news has been. And neither the Pat McAfee show nor Shannon Sharpe, neither of those two sources were the ones who initially broke these stories. So I'm not really sure what the fuck Brett Favre's suing about, because it's like, Brett, they didn't come up with this news story, and you can't, like, are you going to sue every single news organization that talked about this story then? Are you accusing them of being the ones that created it? No, it was a random source on Twitter. They were reacting to news. Also, if you're trying to say they were defaming you, you're a very public. He's a high-profile public figure, right? Brett Favre. I would have to argue. You can't really argue that he's like a private citizen. That would be very hard to do. He's like a fucking paid spokesperson for Wrangler, or for Wrangler jeans. He's been that for like a little while now. So it's like, no, you're a public figure. You don't get like the typical standard rules. What you now have to prove, Brett Favre, is that they did something called actual malice. Now, the reason he has to, because he's a public figure, so like what he's doing is going to be more in the news. Reports of his activities are going to be more in the news. His wrongdoings are going to be brought up in the news. And what this is, it's a way to report on somebody, to talk about somebody in the news who's always kind of in the news. And if something bad happens, it's a way that people are protected to talk about the bad thing that they're alleged of doing, just in case they didn't do it, and they get proven innocent or something like that, and they prove they didn't do it. That person can't go on a fucking hellfire spree on everybody and say, everybody lied about me, they wrote lies about me. It's like, nah, dude, they weren't being malicious. They were just going off what they knew to believe to be the truth. That's the standard you have as a public figure. People can lie about you, but like, as long as you can't prove, like, what Brett Favre has to prove is the Pat McAfee show, like, knew the opposite of whatever he's claiming to be defamed of. Like, they know that he didn't do X, Y, or Z, but they still said he did it to make him look worse. That's basically the burden Brett Favre has to prove. He somehow has to prove that they knew that he didn't do what he's accused of being doing. And they still ran with the lies and still defamed him. It's almost impossible to prove this. The reason that Hulk Hogan was able to win his Gawker case is because Gawker knew what the fuck they were doing. Like Gawker got caught like openly being like, yeah, fuck him. It's just kind of like that was a whole different situation why Hogan was able to win his defamation or slander or libel, whatever the fuck he won his case about, invasion of privacy. Like he won something a little bit different but like they could prove they like actually were like behaving maliciously with Hogan. But I don't think they can prove that with either of those two situations. See, it's a lot easier if you're a private citizen. You could just be like, they lied about me. That's not the truth about me. And you could win a defamation case pretty easily. All you have to do is be like, well, prove that I fucking, prove what you're saying is true. You know what I mean? And if they can't, you win the defamation case. No, but when you're an actual, like, no, them guys won't have to prove what they're saying is to be true and win that case. They don't have to. Even if Brett Favre is innocent and never stole a penny of charity money and all that, he wouldn't win this case. It's the same reason why that Kyle Rittenhouse guy hasn't sued anybody. By the way, you notice how he hasn't sued a single news company? Want to know why? Because no self-respecting lawyer would ever take that case and be like, yeah, let's go sue CNN because they said you might be guilty. The fuck? No, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. You don't get to not. He would have already sued every single company he would have been able to sue for the media. He wouldn't. He's not going to be able to win that. He's a public figure, and they didn't technically maliciously lie about it. And by the way, even if you believe it was malicious, that's fine. But the way that they're going to defend themselves is this statement: we were just going off what we knew, and we believed him to be guilty based on the facts. That's literally the easiest to do. Bam, right there, they win the court case. Goodbye. Because literally, they would have to prove that they knew full-heartedly he was innocent. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they would have to prove that. And that's impossible to, like, when you sue somebody for defamation, libel, slander, and you're like a famous person, the burden you have to prove, like, the burden you have to clear is crazy. What's up, Daniel? Like I'm just using Kyle for an example, like not to get overly political. It's just like to be able to sue for what Brett Favre is suing for. It's I don't even know how. Like he must have some weird shitty lawyer that's like, yeah, we can win this, and it's like, yeah, you're a private citizen, Brett. No, he's not. Under what? Like what? He's not a private citizen. He's a public person. No, I chose to be private. That's not how that works, Brett. You were a fucking paid spokesperson for one of the biggest jeans company on the face of the planet. No, they've already told you. He's already got lawyers. I think he's filed lawsuit cases. No. He's already sued. Then I think that's why the reports are out. I think he's already like filed cases. Like let me go read what the fuck he typed in. Yeah, he's already sued. So some dumb lawyers already took the case. That's the funniest thing about this. Like, I don't understand why any lawyer would take this. It's like Kyle Rittenhouse has good people in his ear telling him not to do that. A good example of defamation going right is the Nick Sandmann situation. That is a perfect example of somebody proving actual malice. And that kid wasn't even public, and he proved actual malice behind what he was up to. Because the situation was, we remember Nick Sandmann, right? The kid that was like staring down an Indian man who like, it was like very weird, right? We just had like this weird image of this one kid in a MAGA hat and like this Indian playing drums in front of him, right? We didn't know the whole story, but like the media painted this as some asshole kid, as some problem causing douchebag that was being all racist and shit. And then it came out, the full video, that these weird Indians, these grown men Indians just came over and started beating drums in front of this kid's face for some reason. Oh boy, that was, see, and the news knew that. They knew the whole, they've already seen all angles. They already knew the whole story behind it, right? So that's how Sandman was able to turn around and sue CNN for, what did he get, like $250 million? He fucking took him to the cleaners. He fucked him up. Hilarious. I'm glad he won that case. Because, you know, what they did to that fucking kid was wrong. But again, that's actual malice. What they did to him, they made him look bad on purpose. He would have won that if he was a very public person. He'd probably beat him worse if he was like a well-known podcaster or something like that. That is that's actual malice. What Shannon Sharp and Brett Favre are doing is not actual malice. They're just literally reporting on a news story they heard about from another source. They're talking about something. Can't get sued for that. Number one, you have to prove that Shannon Sharp or the Pat McAfee show as an entity somehow knows the opposite of what they're saying to be true, and they're still saying this to prove, like, just to make him look worse. That's what we're talking about, Too Deep. Yeah. He's literally suing Pat McAfee, the Pat McAfee show, and Shannon Sharp for defamation. He does it like there's literally something called actual malice. Like, who the fuck? What lawyer told Brett this was a good idea? What's up, Kenny? Like, for example, if you haven't seen Kyle Rittenhouse sue somebody yet for defamation or slander, libel, I don't think it's a good idea to sue people who are public figures. Like, unless you gotta, dude, it's such a crazy thing you have to prove, and you're never gonna be able to prove it with some of these people. Like, good luck. My greatest defense, I think, is just bringing up Kyle Rittenhouse not suing after his involvement with the media, because he can't. Because the bar he has to clear to prove defamation is so fucking high. It's just a way for it's a protection on media, that law, basically, the actual malice. It'd be bad if that didn't exist, by the way. It'd be terrible if you messed up and got like one thing wrong. Like if you wrote that somebody was like 6'2" instead of 6'4", like they'd be like, oh, defamation, slander, libel, and you'd get sued, and you'd lose because you technically lied. And by the way, if you don't think that's how it would be, that's literally why those laws exist, because it was fucking like that. People would just sue the media for anything. And even if they weren't lying, they just sue them anyway. Be like, hey, you can't say that about me. Take that out of your newspaper, or else I'm going to fucking hold you up in court cases till forever. I don't really know receivers in this year's draft. If you move back to 4, go get that kid from USC or from Ohio State, right? That Nixon Higba McGillicuddy, the 4th Esquire. Yeah, it's hard. It's a dumb idea to sue for something like what Brett's doing. I don't know what he's up to. He's a dummy. Because now he has to prove that he didn't fucking commit fraud. Like, that's the funniest thing about this. If he loses, he basically is admitting that he committed fraud. You guys gotta, I don't know what, trade that pick first and foremost, and then. What's up, Robert? Yeah, I think so, Robert. I think so. I don't really like what I'm seeing out of KC. They're dealing with weird defensive injuries right now, and sickness is running through their locker room. I think that's very bad news. Yeah, I don't know what the Bears are doing. It's hard to tell. I'm guessing they trade though, because they could trade to 4 or 9, like you said with the Colts or with who has the 9 pick? Is it the Broncos? Who's at 9 right now? Are the Seahawks via the Broncos? Or is it Detroit? No. Who's 9? Who the fuck is 9? Panthers? Oh, yeah, Panthers might try to move up. Yeah. No, The Colts are going to move up. The Colts are going to try to get that 2 pick. So you're most likely going to go back to 4. Shit, dude. I don't know what the Bears do. Left tackle, probably. Yeah. I feel like I feel like every year you can get a good receiver who falls in the draft, but like if you don't get one of the top 5 or top 3 offensive tackle prospects, you're not getting a good lineman in the draft. Like unless you just get an absolute steal, but like I don't know. With teams like the Patriots needing a tackle, you might want to just draft your tackle really quickly. Like the Panthers are the Bears need so many things. I wonder if a tackle would be their best option. Like I think getting defense would be stupid, Ven. While I like the idea, if they're just gonna get an edge rusher, just take Will Anderson then. It's just like, well, if they're gonna do that, why not just get Willie? Let's just like why even fuck around? Just take Willie at 2. Oops. That's the only other right move for them to do at that pick. Is to just take Will Anderson and just build with Will. But again, yeah, I'm doing good, Shane. How you doing, buddy? But there's also like they need linemen. Like their offense is garbage. Like defense, yeah, I get it. Like it'd be nice, but it's like, dude, you have an actual like superstar quarterback back there. Like, give him a couple linemen and a decent receiver. I mean, I'm talking maybe you have to sign somebody in free agency for him to have a decent year. If Keenan Allen gets cut, like by the way, there's big time rumors going out of the Chargers. You know the Chargers are like $27 million over the cap right now, and they have like I think till March 9th. I think that's when the offseason officially starts to get back to the cap. There's a lot of people that believe that the following people could be cap casualties in Los Angeles: Khalil Mack and Keenan Allen. Because I think that saves them $21 million cutting those two guys. I believe Chris Jones is dealing with an injury. Everett, Keenan, and I believe Khalil Mack's in that talk. I would go for a offensive lineman in the Asian market, and then go for a wide receiver in the trade market, and then draft for defense. Asian market. Oh, free agent market. Yeah, I got you. Well, if you're the Bears, you should probably keep an eye on like Keenan Allen. Because I don't think the Patriots are going to go get Keenan Allen. I've been thinking about it because I think that's what they already have in Devontae Parker. Is there much of a difference? I mean, Keenan's a little better. But, like, is it that, like, significant where the Patriots should be like, oh, let's go get Keenan Allen? I mean, we have Devontae Parker, who's basically the same exact thing. So I don't see the Patriots in on, like, a Keenan Allen. The more I think about it, I'm like, who the fuck are the Patriots going to go get? Don't know. It's got to be DeAndre. But yeah, Robert, I think Chris Jones is dealing with an injury. I could be wrong, though. Yeah, I'd rather get Hopkins in New England. Yeah. I would kill to have DeAndre. Is Jeff Saturday out as the head coach of the Colts? Not yet, Too Deep. He's made it all the way through to the finalists. The shock is I think he's the favorite to get the job. Believe it or not, Too Deep. Yeah, the Giants would be a good spot for Keenan Allen because it would replace the failure that was Kenny Golladay. I also think the Rams if Kenny Golladay gets released, he's going to go to the Rams and be a very good wide receiver. It's going to be hilarious to watch that happen. Giants fans might actually physically assault somebody when that happens, by the way. Yeah, Keenan would be good in Atlanta. Chicago would be really good for him. The Giants. The problem is he's not going to want to go play for a garbage team. He's going to want a ring, dude. He's going to go to Sandy. He's going to go to Los Angeles. He's going to go to the Chiefs. He's going to go to the Eagles. He's going to go to one of the good teams. He's going to go to Buffalo. He's going to go to Miami. You got to remember, like, he might go to, like, the Raiders if Rodgers winds up down there. Higgins ain't going anywhere. Higgins made a statement about this today. I was actually going to bring that up. Mainly, a lot of the stuff we're going to get more in depth into tomorrow and get more Chris Jones told the NFL Network he's sore. He's sick, sore throat, and congestion. That was from earlier. T. Higgins said, they asked on NFL Network's Bengals wide receiver T. Higgins answers a question about being photoshopped into every team's uniform. How long will the team stay together? Hopefully for a long time. I plan on Cincinnati being in Cincy for a while. This is the last year of Higgins' rookie contract, but yeah, I don't think they're going to let him. I don't think he wants to leave. I see a bunch of pay cuts being taken in that situation. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I thought I read that Burrow said his contract's not going to be crazy. If I remember, didn't I read that? Ven, I'm not wrong, right? Like, I think Burrow said some shit like, I think my contract's going to surprise a lot of people. I think he actually said those words. It's like, oh, uh-oh. I think Burrow's in one of them mindsets where it's like, don't care, want to win a Super Bowl really fucking bad. Yeah, I'm guessing he's going to be like 30, 35, and it's going to be, every penny's going to be fully guaranteed at about, I don't know, what, something like 10 years, $450 million, fully guaranteed. Something like that where it's backloaded even, so that way they can get away with like the first like 3-4 years at like $25-30 million. So that way they can afford to sign Higgins and Chase long term as well. Yep, I know I'm right about that. I could read, but dude, Burrow's easy to read. He's the easiest guy I think I've ever read. If he takes a bigger deal, I'd be shocked about Burrow. Yeah, he literally, dude. It's one of them things. You could read that, and to him, it's going to be all guaranteed though, 100%. It's going to be less money for fully guaranteed money. Ven, are you free tomorrow? I don't know if I have to talk to Nicholas still. I know Max is. I was gonna have people come on and discuss a few things. There's some good topics to get into, especially since like the Super Bowl is coming up in 2 days. The Brett Favre drama. We'll know more about this tomorrow. Drama regarding the awards might pop up. Yeah. Hopkins is probably going to be the best option, but the problem with Hopkins is he's got one of those little no trade clauses. So if Hopkins doesn't want to play for your team, he's not going to play for your team. Yeah, it's up to you, Ven, if you want to. If not, it's totally cool. I can always find others and all that. It's not the end of the world. Hey, we got 24 likes. You might be open for sure, Kenny. Like as always, though, it'll just kind of be like a thing. We can have people on. If you guys aren't totally open, if you don't want to come on, that's fine. Because you work possibly, but I can hang. Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's not a big deal. It'll be like last time. Let's see. Oh, this is interesting. We have, I see the list for next year's first-time eligible players for the Hall of Fame. That's a stupid statement. First-time eligibles for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. You mean the guy who couldn't beat the Bears defense is better than a guy who threw 0 picks against the Jets defense and beat the Jets twice? That's my way of responding to that. I'm like, you do know Mac beat the Jets defense twice, and Bailey Zappi lost to the Bears defense. It's like Mac started like him. Yeah, Bailey finished it and couldn't complete a pass because every throw was swatted at the line. The dude doesn't even understand how to drop back in the pocket. It's like, what are you doing, Bailey? Take 5 steps backwards. Dude, okay, so you were watching that game, Matt, because you're a Bears fan. Have you ever seen a quarterback get so many balls swatted at the line because he refuses to drop back more than his shotgun? That was the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. This dude would literally take the snap, hike, throw it. Instead of hike, because he's fucking 5'8" or 5'10". Dude, I was freaking out. You guys literally just went like this. Like at least Mitch is fucking 6'3" and can throw it over linemen. Bailey's 5'10", dude. I think you guys swatted 8 throws that game at the line of scrimmage. That's 7 to 6 too many. You can get away with 1 or 2. That happens to even tall quarterbacks. But no, it was like every other throw was getting swatted against you guys. It was bad. His little ass did not belong out there. It was brutal. On the season, I don't know. Who was his coordinator again? Listen, dude, you don't want to do this. I'll destroy Justin Fields. Like, I'll remind you that he doesn't belong in the NFL as a quarterback. Like, don't start doing this. We just met, man. Don't do this. If you really want to compare quarterbacks, mine actually has a future in the league. Yours doesn't. You notice how, like, a bunch of players have come out to defend Mac Jones? Like, I can show you reports from other people. I haven't seen one person defend Justin Fields this offseason. Really? Jacobs? Really? Come on, man. Don't do this. Don't start talking bad on Mac right now. This is what we're doing. I can find you reports of people not on the Patriots defending Mac Jones and saying he was a victim, basically. For example, right here. Earlier this week, we talked to a player who said the tales of what went wrong for the Patriots offense traveled far and wide this year. Around the league, that means. Added, they did the quarterback Jones dirty, and that Mac was someone this player's team respected, so this player's team likes Mac Jones in his first year because he saw shit most rookies didn't. If the team feels their other positions, if they get a quarterback situation. So in my humble little opinion, the league understands Mac Jones is a good quarterback. Most guys in the league know Mac's a good young quarterback. Why the fuck did they stick him with Matt Patricia? That's the real question of the New England Patriots. What was that about? Yeah, but it's like not guys across the league. Like, it's like, this is someone not on the Patriots that was saying that. This is just some random dude who didn't want to give his name because, like, please don't say this. Our whole team likes Mac. We don't know what the fuck they did hiring Matt Patricia, though. A lot of people understand that that's Cam Hayward, but we don't really say that part. There's big-time rumors that was Cam Hayward that made that statement about the Patriots. Because he likes to talk shit about the Patriots, and it's kind of well known that a lot of teams that play Mac like Mac. Don't know why. I really don't understand why everyone hates him, but like everyone who plays against him seems to kind of like the guy. I don't know. Weird. No, I like. Yeah, cool. Yeah, but see, you're coming out trying to be weird about Mac, so I'll just let you know I can smack the shit out of Justin Fields. You want to talk about bad throws and shit, dude? He doesn't even know how to complete a pass, from what I've seen. He has to run so much because he can't throw it. I'm just kidding. Like, why do you break that rushing record? Because he's a running back. They said they. No, he threw a lot of picks. It wasn't the greatest year, but you got to understand, like, there's context to this season. But yeah, these are the people that I'm going to get out of here in the next, like, 2 minutes, though. This stream's dead. No one's really, other than Ven and Matt here, no one's really saying anything. First-time eligibles for the Hall of Fame class include Julius Peppers, Antonio Gates, Eric Berry, Brandon Marshall, Haloti Ngata, Jamal Charles, Doug Baldwin. None of these people are going to ever get in. Jordy Nelson, Connor Barwin, Sebastian Janikowski, he might get in. Kyle Williams, and none of these people will ever get in. I don't think any of these people will ever get in. Well, there's a few. Never mind. Let me rephrase this. Peppers will get in. Gates will get in. Fucking Eric Berry's like 50-50. Brandon Marshall's 50-50. Haloti Ngata's 50-50. Jamal Charles won't get in. Doug Baldwin won't get in. Jordy Nelson won't get in. Barman won't get in. Janikowski probably will get in as a kicker. 50-50 on to Seabass. Not Kyle Williams. Andrew Luck, 50-50. Probably not. I only see 2 Hall of Famers for sure on this list. In Julius Peppers and Antonio Gates. Eric Berry and Brandon Marshall and Nada are all maybes along with Janikowski. And the rest of I don't even know why they're Hall of Fame nominees. Yeah, it's just kind of slow right now. Yeah, he's like well, like I said, I mean, Baldwin, maybe. That would be like a 6 ballot kind of miracle thing to get in for Baldwin. I could see. Nah, Jordy and. If Jordy gets in, then fucking Edelman's a Hall of Fame lock. It's just like, yeah, okay, then they're letting Jules in. If they let in Jordy, that's just to just be like, all right, Jordy, you're gonna take the blows, all right. So that way, when we stick Edelman in here next year, nobody cries like a bitch. Yeah, Baldwin's something to consider at least look at and like think about. Yeah, because it's just like I don't know. There's just nothing significant about it. Feels like about him. Does it matter? He was like he's none of these guys like though they're not first ballot. That's 100% for sure with somebody like Jordy. He's like a late like 5th or 6th round. The understanding of what he contributed changed a little bit in the NFL. They have a new way of determining something, and it shows that Jordy was substantially ahead of other people. Because it's just like nothing. I mean, Julian Edelman's a better version of him from around the same era. You know what I mean? Wes Welker's a better version of him. And it's nothing against Jordy or anything, but it's like, can you find guys who did something similar to him that were better? Yeah. Lakers are beating the Bucks short. That's embarrassing. Hey, sometimes it's hard to stop that old GOAT LeBron James. No, I wasn't trying to get mean there, Matt. I'm sorry if I don't think I bothered you. You seemed to. I was just getting defensive on Mac. Just trying to spread the Mac gospel, letting people know how good he is. That's all. Yeah. Jordy had a bad end to his career. Yeah, that's true. If Jordy had finished strong, I think it might have been a little bit better for him. Jamal Charles I don't know, he just kind of faded out. He had like 2 or 3 good years. Oh, it's Charles. I'm thinking of somebody else even maybe. That's Chris Johnson, I think. Let me look at something. I'm looking at something. Who was Y2J? One of these guys is like the first guy to run for 2,000 yards, I believe. Is that Jamal Charles or is that Charles Johnson? Oh, Charles Johnson. Okay. I believe, right? Yeah, same 1MH, same hymn gospel. He's doing the same. Yeah, got you. Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy. The NBA is crazy. I find it odd that they trade for like 800 first-round picks to get a player. They're like, all right, KD, what do you want for KD? All right, I'll trade you my draft picks from 2023, 2025, 2026, 2027, 2029, 2031, 2033, 2035, and yeah, that's about good. And they're like, all right, that sounds good. And it's like, that's the most wild trade I've ever heard about in my whole life. You just traded away 12 first-round picks. No, only 6. Only 6. Every other year. It's just like, what a crazy way of, I don't know, the NBA is crazy. There's a lot of fireworks. Sure is exciting. I thought somebody would go to King James, but I guess only some bums did. I don't know. I don't really have much of a sentiment. I don't get the NBA. Man, they do a lot of fast trading. Yeah, the big 3 in the Brooklyn is all gone. I think it's just fucking James Harden now. He's like, damn, dude, it must be me. Because if you're James Harden, you got to be thinking, like, it's got to be me. I got to stink or something. Everybody always leaves when I show up. Yeah, I'm glad the NFL doesn't work like that. I mean, it's starting to, but yeah, that would be crazy. It'd be hard to root for teams and shit. All my favorite players are leaving. Oh, he's gone too. Damn. Harden's on the six. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I don't really follow it. Jesus. Oh yeah, they got Ben. Ben Simmons showed up and everybody left. So it's only Ben Simmons now. Ben Simmons like, where'd everybody go? I was just getting ready to hoop up. They're just like, ugh. Oh yeah, you're right. I remember this. It was for Ben Simmons. I remember the trade even. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Fucking Ben Simmons, fucking stinky ass. He just don't know how to wipe when he's done shit, and he just pulls his jaws straight up and goes, "What's up, gang?" Everyone's like, "Oh, dude." He's like, "What? Fuck?" He's like, "Dude, what?" He's like, "Dude, I ain't gay, dude." He like finds it gay to wipe your ass, and they like can't convince him it's not gay. They're like, "Dude, I'm not putting fingers in my butthole. That's fucking gay." He's just like, dude, it's like, how do you clean? It's like, yeah, I don't fucking clean my ass. I don't get fucked back there. The fuck? What are you guys trying to say about me right now? It's kind of weird. Fucking weird gay fantasies about me. Starts getting angry and shit. Starts breathing hard. Well, fuck you guys up. You keep telling me to clean my ass, dude. You know what? I shit a little bit right in my pants. What are you gonna do about it? Like, Ben. Ben Simmons fixes his back and comes back from some trip in the Himalayas and the whole. Yeah, he's gonna come back from injury. He's gonna be like, where the fuck did everybody go? This is... I like my shit version of events better, Ben. I like that he just has a shitty ass and doesn't know how to clean himself. And it made everybody want to leave. Yeah, I could combine yours. He's going to come back from the mountains and he's going to smell so fucking bad. I don't want to be on this team anymore. That was why Kevin Durant got the trade, by the way. He walked into the office. He's like, listen, when he gets back from them mountains, it's going to have been several months since his last shower. I ain't playing on the team with him. Get me the fuck out of here. That's why Kevin Durant got traded to the Suns, per my sources. He was just scared of what meant the funk coming off of Simmons in a few months. When he comes back, he couldn't handle it. No, it does seem like the Suns might win the title, though. That team seems impossible to stop now, right? You got KD, you got that, you got Booker, you got Chris Paul. That seems like the team, huh? You got all the other players on the Suns from Arizona. I just started naming them like the teams that like the actual state that they play for. Yeah, you know, the Texas Rockets playing the Texas Stars or Mavericks. And Simmons has little to no value. Yeah, he sucks. All right, though, guys, I'm gonna wrap it here. I don't really have anything else to talk about. If I don't go live for like the talk stream tomorrow, it kind of depends. I can always just push that to different days. Then I will 100% be going live to play some Hogwarts Legacy like we did the other night, which was pretty fun. I haven't really played it since then. I'm trying to hold it, so trying to hold off and not get too far like into the game without being live. Because what'll happen is if I play it off stream, it'll be like 4 hours long. Have a good night, Matt. And then there'll just be a large chunk of the game just missing. So it's like But yeah, if we do that tomorrow, it'll probably be. If it's gonna be talking, I could probably just start at like 9:30 or something like that. Push it a little later and aim it to finish late. And I gotta think about it all still. But all right, everybody, thank you guys so much for a fun stream tonight. To everyone who showed up and everything, I appreciate you. Thanks for chit-chatting and hanging out. I may have said some mean things about people who just listen, but just know I don't mean it. I appreciate the lurking. Have a good night, Danny. For sure, Matt. Yeah, if you can, you can. If not, I'll see you when I see you next, hopefully. We will be live for the Super Bowl, as always. Should be a good time. I understand I probably won't have the best views on that because people are going to be pretty busy. Probably at Super Bowl parties and all that fun shit and yada yada. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of a boring award show, mainly just because it was pretty obvious who was gonna win, and like it just, oh yeah, all the real obvious picks won tonight. Awesome. No real surprises, no real shock moments or anything. Oh, you're in college? Oh, for sure. Yeah. That's mostly the people that tune in on those kind of streams. But yeah, we'll be live for that. Kind of a similar situation. Let's see. Is there anything else crazy? Let's see. Mahomes. That's crazy. I'm just looking at some of the voting stuff right now. Oh wow, Coach of the Year was actually pretty close. 16, 12, 7, 6, 5, 2, 1, 1. Dan Campbell received a Coach of the Year vote. Oh my god, dude, no way. Just a little bit of a fun fact. Is this gonna show if I fucking Kenneth Walker actually got more first place votes. He received 19 of them. Damn, they fucked Kenneth Walker because they put in a new system. They did tiered voting, a 5-3-1. No, Kenneth. Literally any other year, Kenneth Walker III is the Rookie of the Year, but they have a new system and it goes to Kenneth Walker now. Or it goes to Garrett Wilson. Oof. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much. Peace out. Go Lions, go Tigers, and of course, it's always go Patriots.